Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and we are live. Thank you guys for waiting. Thank you guys for hanging out here. So many amazing people in the chat. I'm so happy to see you all. Let's have some fun tonight. Let's hang out, get ready for some Britney updates. This weird Suicide Squad, for me, it was very weird. I'm gonna hopefully Lewis will be joining us to talk about that because I know he watched as well. Lots of movie news, lots of other stuff, and basically whatever you guys want to pivot us to. We're going to have a lot of hangout, a lot to talk about. So happy to have so many wonderful people in here. Hey, everybody. Before we start, did anyone notice? I didn't say it yet. Did anyone notice something new? There's something new on my head. What is this? Oh, my God. They came in. They came in. Look at these beauties. These 3930 new era Popcorn Planet hats. I was like, these are amazing. Look, I've been lucky enough to have a couple. I've had a hat in my life when I did ScreenJunkies, but I didn't really wear hats then. Now in my new life, I wear hats all the damn time. And I was like, man, I'd love to have a logo of my, that I own this, like my brand that I actually is mine, on a hat someday. And then I just kept talking about it. And then my amazing designer, Brian, who did this logo and everything that you see in a lot of my other graphics and stuff, such a good friend, amazing dude. He helped me out. He did it's like a whole stitching. It's like amazing stitching. It's buy it in separate sizes, but it's fitted. Oh my God, I love it. So you'll be noticing me. I'm going to keep these nice and clean and safe. I have 3 of them for me. So over time, we did a special for those of you who bought the limited edition hats. They're on their way. They are coming. We will have a few. We have a few because we are able to buy a few more because you guys were so generous. There will be some extra limited edition. I think there's only 10 left. There are going to be 10 left at a premium price on the store to warrant hopefully making another run of hats because they're actually not that cheap to make. But I'm so glad and so grateful to all you guys. So all of you supported and get your hats, they're coming. Now, it's not just the hats. Sorry, before we get to it, I got to prep some stuff. Look at this. Look, what? Oh my gosh. Yes, we got a whole new store of shirts. My man went overdrive. Oh my God. Knock Shadow in the building. Now, guys,
through. Have a great stream. Lol, Grace is hilarious.
Well, there we go. See, for those of you who are like Britney fans, you're going to see this part where I make fun of this YouTuber. Bear with me. A lot of people like Knock Shadow as an investor on this channel. When you give the kind of money that Knock Shadow gives, you get a figure, your name on the wall behind me. And so Knock Shadow, that little Spider-Man that you see, I got to put him over here so you guys see him more. As he knocked over, well, it's there. Hey. Jesus, hold on. It's coming. I gotta put some glue on the bottom, some gum or something on the bottom of this. There we go. And now it's staying. So Knock Shadow back there. My Spider-Man is that. And then Marcus should be there. Why don't we see Marcus? My camera's moved. Anyway, Marcus, I'll fix that later. Marcus is back there. When you become a major investor, I'm keeping track. You guys get figures on the wall. But Knock Shadow, my man, thank you. That was so generous of you. Thank you for supporting this channel and all that you do. So yeah, we have so much more. So here's do I have it now? Hold on. Mods, if you can. Did I put? Oh, sorry. Hold on. I was going fast. Mods, I'm going to tweet a link. You guys, please go look because you guys get the first exclusive look at the new store from my man Brian. And this store is amazing because there's a lot in there. And even if you don't like my stuff, go look at everything else in there because he does some amazing designs. New store. Don't buy the shirts down below the videos. They're shit. They're cheap. These are now decent quality. There's a new store link. So mods, if you can grab that for me. And the Popcorn Planet Emporium is now open for business. We have some other really fun designs coming, but I'm so excited about this, so bear with me. I appreciate all you guys like some really cool designs. I have some. I'll show them off in a second. This awesome jersey. More coming. We have that, and I told some of you last stream, we're working on a free Britney design because I'm working on a project where I need a shirt for it anyway. And I wanted to buy a shirt, and I wanted it to go to a good cause. So we're going to give proceeds of that shirt. They're going to go, obviously, to some of the costs of things here, but a portion of the proceeds are also going to go to the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay, which is an important place for me, where anybody who's in a crisis, if they're similar to Britney, they can call and get help. So we thought, let's make sure there's a shirt out there, at least if some of you want one that goes to a good cause. There's one there too. So that's coming. There's some other cool stuff coming. You can buy this neck guard. You can buy these cool movie pins and stuff. This is only the first wave. Lots more coming. But for those of you who are coming out to Vegas, if you want to come out with shirts ready to go, order them quickly today. You should be able to get them in time. They're now available, and they will start shipping. So stay tuned. Lots more coming, and I'll keep you updated as the store progresses. But while you're there, you can also go to No System, which is where this N-O-S-Y-S, knows, K-N-O-O-W-S. Hard to remember. But there's the link. You guys should have it. There's a bunch of cool shirts in this store. I'm telling you. Go to the store. Check out a lot of his stuff that he has in here. Amazing stuff by Brian. Where you can go check out a lot of like leggings, earrings, really cool stuff. So go check out his other designs. If you don't like my designs, that's fine. I wanted to put my stuff on his site so you guys could support his other work too. But he designed all of these. These are more like artistic renderings of things. And like I said, let me give you a quick little look at these. These are so cool. I love this like retro VHS tape that says like Popcorned Planet like written on it, like one of those old Fuji tapes. That's a cool shirt in there. And we got these other ones that for like the team. It's got the logo. This new like sort of worn retro look he did, which I really like. It's not the same one from the hat. And this one's like this is like a cool like. It actually looks really good in person. And we got a few of these, which is the logo with cool colors in this worn. All these shirts are like really really good quality. Super proud of them. Super proud of them because I realized the ones on YouTube through Teespring, they suck. Be careful. Those shirts are so cheap. They wreck. They got all sweaty, and I was like, ugh, these are awesome. So I want to get some new stuff. So anyway, thank you for bearing with me on my commercials as you guys get in the building. All right, well, so proud, and thank you, Brian. Amazing over there. No System. He's the pro. Your invitation to join the Snark Rebellion. There is no system. No C's knows.com. So mods, keep putting that link out there for me to make the promotion worthy. All right. Now we're ready. All right, so I know a lot of you are in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. So we have some guests will be joining in. Here's what I need. If you are a adamant Britney fan, I want you to I need to get a free Britney logo in there. I'm going to get it by next stream. You guys members will have a free Britney icon. All caps, free Britney for the Britney fans in the building right now. Can you throw that in the chat for me right now so I see who's here is the Britney fans? And I want to know who's more interested in hearing about Grace Randolph. Let's do the vote. So I see all you guys in your text going there to sort of help me pivot to where we should go. I'm assuming I'm going to get some Britney stuff because I want to react. I want to wait for, I think, Lewis for that because he's running a little late. I think we should start with our Britney coverage because I want to go through these Instagrams. But to do the free Britney coverage, I need some of you diehard Britney fans to call in and help me decipher this. So is anybody willing to do that? I want the ones who are paying attention to everything, who know that this means that. Why is this color red? I want all you guys because Britney just dropped a bunch of new videos that I've been watching. And the one video in particular, I feel like she's laying out some very secret codes and messages and hand things. Yeah, it's all free. There we go. So I need all my free Britney supporters. I love it. Said yes. I need all you guys to come in. All right, so here we go. Let's pivot. You guys announced it. I have made a new intro. And this is a tease for an upcoming project. But here we go. It's time for the brief Britney section of the show. Free Britney. Oh, get excited. Wait till you hear the rest of that. It's time for it. Okay, that was my little tease. That's all you get. Stay tuned. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Stay tuned. All right, it's time for the free Britney portion of this show. All right, so who wants to call in? I think I had Hurricane Christina had already reached out. I'm going to send her the link first. If anybody wants to call in for this portion, I need a few people who are going to be good to help me decipher these new Instagram posts on Britney's Instagram. Okay? Because look, I follow her. I'm digging deep into this, but I don't know as much like the weird little code stuff. And I know a lot of you do. So I'd be grateful if some of you were down to call in and help me this. All right, so hold on. Some people are already messaging on my Instagram that knew. Boom. Okay, I think Hurricane Katrina, she was on last week. last episode. Sorry, I'm just calling you that because she seemed fun and crazy at the same time. Although I shouldn't joke about that, right? Sorry, I'm gonna get canceled again for saying that. All right, here we go. I've opened up to a couple now. I'm gonna send this out. Now there's a lot of you watching. Only click on the link and come in if you're an expert. If you're not, I'm just gonna make fun of you and make you leave. But here's the call-in link. I'm gonna judge you. We're gonna see who gives the best insight, and I will keep whoever the best people are at knowing they're in Britney will stay in a little longer as we go. So there you go. There's a link. If anybody wants to get in this call zone to go through these Instagrams with me, please do, because this latest one, I got some thoughts. Okay, I got some thoughts. And then she put 2 more, and I was like, ooh, stuff's getting juicy. I'm waiting. She's this close to going live, guys, because so many last time I did this, so many were like, that's not Britney. It's not Britney. She's not doing this. And I don't know. After seeing these today, that's Britney. I really feel like these set the tone of like, no, she's totally on it. When she got the new iPad video, which we're going to go to. All right, now I'm waiting. If you guys want to, anybody jumps in that room, I'll see you and I'll come there. But let's watch this first. So here was the first one that came about.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering how I'm doing. And since the cat is out of the bag, literally out of the bag, and you guys know my situation, I do want to let you guys know things are way better than what I ever anticipated. And here are a couple of questions that you guys asked me apart from the drama and the conservatorship. Hi, so I'm here to answer all of your guys' questions, and the first main question that you guys have been asking me basically is what's my favorite clothing store?
No one asked you that,
It's
Britney.
definitely J. Crew, just because.
No, wait, hold on. No one asked her that, but that's kind of the beauty of what she's doing right now because she knows we didn't ask that, but she's sort of effing with us. So now's where we watch for clues, is how this works. So we're watching it once, and we're going to watch it again because there's absolutely clues here. Just wait.
I like the fact
J. Crew.
that they have clothes for men and women, and I got this dress from there. So, the second question that you guys have been asking me is what's my favorite Miley Cyrus song? My favorite Miley Cyrus song is definitely We Can't Stop from back in the day. Really cool song.
I wonder why.
The third question that you guys have been asking me is basically if I had to choose a potato chip between a baked lay or a real deal lay, potato chip, I would have to say I would choose a real deal lay, definitely. The question that you guys have been asking me is what's my favorite scented lotion? My favorite scented lotion is definitely vanilla, just because I like the way it smells so fresh and girly and summery, and I've always been vanilla girl. So that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so
Now,
I'm sure a lot of you
what's
guys
it? Oh,
are...
good, I can because it's Instagram Live. I can do that. All right, we have a couple. Is Emil there? Oh, she left. All right, Katrina. Oh, wow, Katrina's the only one who's not afraid to join this show. Mute. There you are. We're back. Mute your YouTube and then put yourself back in here, Katrina, if you can. We'll hear you. She's walking around as she enters. We had someone. Emil was in there too. If anybody else wants to come in, now's your chance. Sorry, it was too low. I'll boost up the audio.
Yeah, can you hear me? You were
I hear
too
you
low,
now.
buddy.
Oh, sorry. It's loud on my headphones. I forgot I had a level down. We'll fix it on the next one. Katrina,
how's
are
it
you there?
going?
There you are. Now we got you. Okay, cool. So we'll watch it again. I'll start and stop this time. And hold on, let me make sure you guys can see since she actually has her camera on. Bam! There's Katrina. She's joining us as well. Britney fan. Now, Katrina, you consider yourself a Britney fan? You've been watching.
I'm a Britney fan, but I'm more human rights, people's rights and being a prisoner. So yeah, I am a Britney fan. Don't I get down and dirty to the Britney songs, but more of a human rights
Okay,
on that.
But I of course I love that.
I follow her. Yes,
as
I
we
do
should
follow
be.
her, of course.
As we should be. Sorry, I'm boosting up everybody's levels. As we should be with the human rights stuff, of course. But I'm just saying, are you a fan where you're actually you're paying attention to the red circles and the roses? And all right, good. All right,
Yeah.
so here we're going back to this first one. I want to play with you guys in chat. Let me know what you guys think. Here she is. Now, before we get there, for those who aren't Britney fans, because I know I have a lot of Britney fans watching, but I still have a lot of other fans who I'm introducing to this, which is the point, because I want us all to be on the same page here to support her. a lot of people think still that Britney seems crazy in these videos and that her conservatorship is posting these without her approval to attempt to make her look crazy or edit them or make them weird. That's the going theory for a lot of fans out there. I'm of the school of I think it's just her. I think she is really just doing this. And I've been told by Sam and some other people that she is in control of Instagram, so this would make sense. Here, sorry, a couple of people were like, I missed the link. Last chance if anybody else wants to come in while we digress the digest. Oh wait, hold on.
We're not worthy.
Oh!
We suck.
Thank you for supporting Britney #jail for Jamie.
Jail for Jamie, and that's how the show works. And stepping up and funding this channel and this reporting. I want to everybody throw some applause emojis, some popcorn planets out for Ann dropping $50 on this stream. She just paid for this section of the show. You guys, that's how this works. I'm so indebted to you, Ann, and everybody who drops money like that. It blows my mind. It gets me emotional because it's like, look, this is what I do, and I've been trying to rebuild and do a lot of stuff here. And so to know that you guys are enjoying this coverage and everything, the stuff we're standing by to support this outlet, to give you this news, it means the world to me because we're up against a lot of hurdles. The YouTube platform, a lot of people keep us back and don't want the content out there. It's really frustrating, but we try our damnedest to make sure we're getting out there. So grateful to you, Ann, for being extremely generous there and dropping that. And amen. We need to make a #jail for Jamie shirt. That's what we really need to make. I'm realizing too. There's probably plenty of free Britney shirts to find, but I want a jail for Jamie shirt too. So Ann, my goodness, thank you so much. That was so generous of you. And also joining, Lewis is now back in the building. What's up, Lewis?
What up? What up, everyone? Much love. Free Britney. And then I don't know about Grace. Okay, but free Britney.
We'll get there. We have way more Britney fans. I don't even want to give Grace the plug right now. We'll get there. I know a lot of people want me to talk. A lot of my fans have been begging me to talk about this Grace thing, but more important right now is Britney. All right, so we're going through this footage together. Thank you for being here, Lewis and Katrina. And then we have another person who just came in. We'll try her out. Maria's on deck if she means to join us. All right, but now everybody knows what's going on as we go to this strip. Now, the gram. If we go back to this gram to see, is she crazy? Now, Lewis, I love it because you're a little bit more of a third party here, too. You can look at this objectively, so that's great. Everybody in the chat, you'll be able to help us as well. All right, here we go again.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering how I'm doing, and since the cat is out of the bag, literally out of the bag, and
is there something out of the bag that aside from the obvious?
She opened her mouth like everyone's aware now.
All right, but that's what I meant. Yeah. There's no like actual cat or bag sometimes you have to be very literal in these decipherings. But no, she's talking about the general. Yeah, everything's out of the bag. Yeah. We all know what's happening. Okay, that's the clearest. It's the clearest one so far. Here, 1 second. Let me just open this a little bit bigger. Okay. Sorry, bear with me. It's easier to. I have 300 windows open. All right, here we go again.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering how.
The other thing I notice in all three of these clips is how different her voice is. And if we're really going to be detectives, I want you guys to pay attention to that too. This first one, she has sort of the normal. I would call the normal. It's a little bit high pitched, and then when she goes to her video, it's almost like they sped her up. And then there's the second one where she sounds way more calm and like chill and just not the hey Britney, like the little bit of a I don't want to be mean, but it's a lot
of them that she does. She's like speed racer.
There's different levels of, and I'm not judging. I'm just saying I wonder is that just normal or is there some sort of production piece behind it where someone doesn't realize? Anyway, it's something I noticed. I'm curious if you guys noticed that too. But here, let's continue.
How I'm doing, and since the cat is out of the bag, literally out of the bag. And you guys know my situation. I do want to let you guys know things are way better than what I ever anticipated.
This is new. This is the first time we've ever really seen her address in video, hey, I'm doing well. Because that is what we're all asking for. And I saw a lot of people in the comments like, these aren't the questions. We want to know how you're doing. And she just told you, everybody. She's saying she's the best she's been yet. So, again, a round of applause for everybody because we're clearly getting to a place where she's feeling more confident.
And here are a couple of questions that you guys asked me apart from the drama and the conservatorship.
I love the pout there, too. And for the first time, because she's done this bit before where she asked about what's my favorite Disney princess. And Lewis, she did total shade to her sister Jamie. I like Frozen because of being locked in a castle and not with your sister, paraphrasing. But it was a pretty amazing diss to her sister. But now for this time, she at least gave us this, this section, which I felt like was actually a lot nicer, right? Do you guys agree in the chat? All right, but now she gets to these questions where I'm like, these obviously aren't the questions we want to know, Brittany. But what's going on in these questions? Why these questions? Why? Let's do it.
Hi, so I'm here to answer all of your guys' questions, and the first main question that you guys have been asking me basically is what's my favorite clothing store?
Now, did you notice the speed up voice? Doesn't it sound like someone sped up that voice? That
Beyond.
It's like she might have been, but it just feels like they were.
I don't think they sped it up. I think it's like I said to you another time. I think it's the medication she's on.
Maybe.
No, that's sped up.
That felt sped up. I don't know what you guys.
Let's hear her movement. Does it look? Because
yeah,
that would speed up everything, video and.
Sometimes they do speed up these clips to try and just to get to to certain lengths on like a minute. So I don't know, but it does feel bad. All right. So the first question is, what is my favorite store? Okay.
My favorite clothing store is definitely J. Crew, just because I like the fact that they have clothes for men and women, and I got this dress from there. So, the second question that you...
Okay. Chat, anybody got any more insight on why she picked J. Crew, or do you think she just picked J. Crew? Katrina.
J. Crew. That is, I don't know. That I
If anybody in the chat, come on, I told you, I need the experts. Experts. If someone's got a theory, now's your chance. There's the link. Sorry, Katrina, go ahead.
You see her, she's very rocks back and forth. She can't stop moving. So I think that's the fact of why she's speaking so fast, too.
Wow, I think Katrina's right. This may have not been sped up. This looks,
that's just the way she's speaking at this time. Okay.
Yeah.
We have.
She does it a lot of her videos. She speaks very fast. That's why I think it's whatever medication she's weaning her off, or she's, you know what I mean. So that's my opinion.
Okay.
Jake, I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
Sorry guys, her audio is just clip. If they can't control theirs, it's all on the same feed. I'll try when we play the audio. I'll turn it up more. But her just clip is soft. But just turn up your audio when she's on. Maria, are you there, Maria? Maria joined us as well. Hello, Maria.
Yeah.
You're live. Welcome to the show. And I think we have Emil also. Now we have some more Britney experts. Do you have any feedback, Maria, on this first part that we just watched? Do you know why she picked J. Crew?
I think she's asking for help in the video. It seems like she's asking for help.
By saying J. Crew, or are you just saying in general?
In general.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, she always has been, but she did, I don't know if you just tuned in, but she did at least say in this first part, hey, I'm doing better than ever. So that was, if you missed that beginning part, yes, she traditionally is, but I'm trying to figure out why she said J. Crew. We also have, sorry, Emil, are you there, Emil?
Emily. Hi.
Emily, thank you. Sorry, I said it wrong. Emily, welcome. Have you been listening? Do you have any insight on why she's saying J. Crew?
I think there's a few reasons as to why she's saying that possibly she's saying a few of the things, and I think it's really to do with. I don't feel like she's giving kind of direct, like cues as to I'm saying this is coded, but I think it's more to do with kind of the psychology behind why she's saying particular things. Like I think the JQ Crew is to do with kind of the partnership. She's saying it's to do with men and women. I know that she's really happy, or she appears really happy in her relationship with Sam.
Yeah.
Like the flowery dress, she really loves like that kind of flowery, happy vibe thing. And she says about the favourite song, We Can't Stop, which I think is another thing to do with what's going on with the Conservatives. She's feeling like we can't stop with the momentum that's going on at the moment.
Well said. The J. Crew, I see a lot of people in the chat as well saying, sorry,
this first part that we just watched. Do you know why she picked J. Crew?
Ashley, I muted you. Make sure you turn off your YouTube. If you come in the Zoom link, turn off your YouTube audio and then listen to the Zoom link, and you can unmute yourself. So I think that's well said. I think the J. Crew, some are saying Jamie's crew, but then why would she like it?
No.
That's where I'm confused on that one. All right, but let's keep going. So yes, the next one I think is the best Miley Cyrus song.
You guys have been asking me is what's my favorite Miley Cyrus song? My favorite Miley Cyrus song is definitely We Can't Stop from back in the day. Really cool song. The third question that you guys have been asking me is basically if I had to choose a potato chip between a baked lay or a real deal lay, potato chip, I would have to say I would choose a real deal lay, definitely. That you guys have been asking.
Now, is that a sex thing?
No, real deal. She just uses that a lot.
Oh, because I was thinking this like I'd much rather have a real deal lay.
Oh no,
That was just
you're
me
my-
being a guy?
No. She said, like, she uses the word real deal a lot, especially in her testimony. She says something she says a lot.
Okay, so I missed that. Sorry, that was the only thing I thought. Maybe there was some like some. So she's talking about first of all, baked lays are still pretty good. I gotta say.
No, they are. They're pretty damn good.
They're pretty damn good. But she likes the real
The
thing.
Miley Cyrus song is, I believe, I could be wrong, is the one where Miley Cyrus says, and I'm listening to a Britney song. Does anyone know if I'm correct? She mentions Britney's name in the song, so I think that's why she liked that song.
Oh, good idea. Let's Ashley. Welcome. If you want to mute yourself, Ashley. Did you have any insight to offer?
Okay, come back a little bit.
Hold on. Wait, Ashley, you're muted. There we go.
Unmute. Okay. I feel like the We Can't Stop song is maybe perhaps kind of like, hey, we're fighting, we're getting so far, and we've come so far, and we can't stop now, maybe.
Yep. Total. I mean, that was. See, that's the thing. I'm having trouble figuring out if any of this actually means more, or if she really is just being, herself and answering sort of honest, obvious questions. So far, it feels that way to me. But I know a lot of you watching and Britney fans, they're always interjecting. That's why I wanted to bring some of you guys on to sort of, maybe I'm missing something. So far, it feels like we're all like, yeah, these are all just, she likes Real Deal Lays, she likes J. Crew, and she likes Miley Cyrus's song, which makes sense, given the theme of it and all. Let's hear the rest of it. Sorry, I know some of you guys are complaining. I have it boosted. Her audio is quiet. Everyone else is really loud. So everyone else, don't talk during the video, and you guys just turn up your speakers when she's... Here we go.
Is what's my favorite scented lotion? My favorite scented lotion is definitely vanilla, just because I like the way it smells so fresh and girly and summery, and I've always been vanilla girl. So
now we're on, so we'll go back on. So.
She's always been a vanilla girl. Again, first of all, she doesn't seem like a vanilla girl. She seems like she's all flavors. Vanilla is always like the key for like boring. She's far from boring. So I don't know if there's coding there either. So that's the first round of stuff we got. I have one more person in the chat. Joseph, I'll let you in. So Emily or Ashley or Katrina, do any of you have any other suggestions or thoughts based on this first video? There's two more we can watch. But based on this first one, or am I missing anything? Or does this seem like we're finally getting Britney just being herself? Like she's always...
Britney being herself, and there's a couple, this one with the lays and all that, no, like little hints. And I just think with the Britney and the why she likes that Miley Cyrus song is because she sang, and then I turned on a Britney song, so she's just probably trying to be funny because you know what I mean. Miley mentioned her in that song, that's why it's her favorite song. But I think you're just getting the real Britney here, to be honest with you. Finally.
She's dancing with Molly. I'm looking at the lyrics. I don't see the Britney reference.
And the Britney song is on like that.
No, that's Party in the USA.
Wrong song.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't think so. This
you don't know that so quickly.
We Can't Stop is the and we can't do.
No, way too quickly.
Right, that's that one.
Yeah, no, I agree though. I do. I agree that it is pretty much just Britney. I really do think it's amazing that she's come out and she's mentioning the conservatorship.
Yep.
That's a really, really big thing for her to come out and mention it for the first time. I think that's a massive kind of step in the right direction, and really her expressing something that we've not seen before. And I think that it's kind of this kind of, even if it is bringing out something self-consciously, and it's not a direct code, it's a really positive thing because she's mentioning things like We Can't Stop and The Real Deal. And it's just bringing out a lot of positivity, which we haven't really seen so much of on a psychological kind of behavioural thing from her in most recent clips or previous clips where it's been a little bit more like she's down and trying to suppress herself rather than feeling more free, which her recent posts, she definitely seems more free in herself.
Yeah, well said. I agree. It's really nice to hear her sort of sounding free and being out and acknowledging this. Like the fact that she's acknowledging the conservatorship, which I've been waiting, like if it's in the place where we think it is, where she seems like she's better off, she's got this lawyer, she's in control of the Instagram. This is the type of stuff I was hoping and expecting to see. So now that we're getting something like this, it's only reaffirming what I thought, which was like, yes, this has just been her, but she's been afraid to, talk about it. And now she's like, you know what? F it. I'm going to start talking about it. So well said, Emily. And then Jamie, I saw your chat. Britney always loved vanilla. Thank you if that's true. Thank you for reminding me. And then I saw, sorry, there's a lot of chats. I was scrolling up. Was it, someone had another one. I lost it. It's crap. It went by fast. I thought it was Jen, I think. Jen said maybe the vanilla was a reference to like, see, I'm not crazy. I'm just normal. Is what Jen was suggesting, which I thought, you know what? Maybe if there was some sort of coded thing, it's like, hey, I don't need some crazy flavor. I'm not the crazy person they all think. I'm just like vanilla. Vanilla's good. Like most people do actually like vanilla at the end of the day. It's what they usually choose.
No, ice cream's good.
Yeah, chocolate or vanilla. It's sort of like you pick the obvious ones, right? Mint chocolate chip for me.
Let's say hi before he goes to bed.
Oh, what's up? What's up, dude? Yay! Everybody, it's Cole, right?
Cole, yeah.
Good night, Cole. Good to don't stay up too late, but good to see you. Welcome back to the show. Everyone, say hi to Cole in the chat. Always support the kids. Love supporting the kids. Good night, Cole. You see, it's get to make the parents look cool and their kids see them on YouTube. That's our goal here on Popcorn Planet. All right. So far in this, chat. I'm gonna put my first poll of the evening. First video. Are there hidden messages? Is this the real Britney? That's what I'm gonna ask. That's what I'm curious. Yes or no? I just asked the community. You guys can now vote on that poll as we're watching. Do you think this is really the real Britney, free at home, just being herself? There's no crazy codes. There's no worry. Do you feel like for the first time this really is, we're getting the sight of the first real Britney? I want to get your thoughts. All right, now we have video 2. All right, we got 2 videos we're going through here.
Okay, so on this beautiful day today, I've realized I need to get in my yard a little bit more. My goal for the future is to get a koi pond and put little fishy in there. I'm really excited about it. I love my yard. My house is beautiful, but it has some work to do. So here I go.
Now, that's like so normal. That's like, this was probably the most normal I've ever seen her. Like that was the most relatable, normal thing of like, yeah, I got so much work to do in my house. I'd love to fix my garden or my yard. And then doesn't know how to turn it off. The camera lifts up. And even her voice, like not sped up, nothing, just totally, this was probably the most normal, just down to earth, right? Everyday sort of life. Britney, makeup even not really all there. I love this clip because it just sort of shows you, her regular voice, her regular self. I thought this was really empowering and really nice to see because this isn't someone putting something on to make her look crazy. You know what I mean? Katrina, did you get that vibe too? You're muted. Sorry, Katrina's muted. Or I guess Emily, let's go to you then.
Yeah, I love this video so much. I think more so than the previous video, I actually think this gives away a lot more.
Yeah.
I think that this indicates a lot about her plans for the future and how she is kind of in more ways than one, she's sorting out what's going on in her life right now in a way that I don't think she's really been in the place to before because of her mental health, because of what's been going on, because of the control around her. And I think that goes from things where she's saying about what she plans to do, whether it's sorting out the yard and putting fish in the pond and, fixing her yard. Those things, she's doing that in her house, in her yard, but she's doing that with the whole of her life, with the conservatorship. She's doing that. She's taking control, and I just think it's phenomenal. I'm so happy and so excited for her. And if you did want to read more into it, I think you could see it as it's her with the previous comments that she's made about the partnership and about her wanting, to have a bigger family. You could read more into it that she is looking to expand on her family and to put more into her family home, which, if you're looking far into the future, which I think Britney is one of those people that does that. She speaks a lot about hope and family.
Yep.
It is very, very encouraging.
Yeah, and I saw a couple good chats. Again, I'm assuming some of this is real. Something Spellbound said she wasn't allowed to remodel, and now she's beginning a remodeling journey. DeVille also said she's finally holding the phone, so you know that this was spur of the moment. Yeah, all those types of things here to me feel like this is the first time I'm really like, wow. Yeah, and then there was more to it. She sort of was started to show off her yard. There's a couple pics of, yes, I'm getting in the yard a little late, but wait, is there ever too late in LA? No, weather there in LA is always amazing. Either way, this is a couple of pics in my backyard, but I'm honestly being pretty modest and humble because, well, I must say so, it's pretty spectacular. The last 2 pics are basically a speck of what's here, but I chose to post it because, well, it looks like a British castle. But I'll show you guys the finished process of my yard after I get my hands on it. Psst, psst. Hopefully I can show you my koi pond then too. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure she wasn't allowed to like get the funds to make a koi pond, you know what I mean? So the fact that she's making plans, she's going to try and do that, is pretty big move for this. So yeah, this is awesome. I love this one. This is great.
Even able to send to show her home. Pieces of it I've seen her inside dancing, but never like this either. So
yeah, big move. All right, we have one more video to go, but before we go, I want you guys right now. I see way more people than likes. What is going on, people? Smash that like button. Please smash that like button so this video is getting shared. Hit the subscribe button also if you can double check it. Hit the bell for all alerts. Smash the like button like I said, and obviously keep the comments going, but taking a pause here. I want to see way more people smashing that like button. Come on, mods, help me help remind people. Also, if you'd like to ask a question or get involved in the show, I realize I didn't pin a comment. Mods, are you? There we go. There we go. Want to support the stream or ask a question? Will has a. I just pinned it. If you want to ask a question and interrupt or send it over, the pinned comment is the link. All right, now let's end this
let's
poll.
get to 500 likes, guys, for the goal today.
Yeah.
500 likes. We're at 300 almost.
We have like
500
people
likes.
watching. Let's get 500 likes. All right, the first results of our poll is up, and yeah, for the first video, ton of. I mean, 79%? Sorry, it just disappeared and it's coming back. I think it's at 79% when I clicked end. I'll believe this is the real Britney. That's different than last week, which we had like 40. I think it was 51% thought that Britney wasn't in control of her Instagram. So this is a big move and a big difference today to actually see Britney in charge, right? Doing her thing. So there it is. 79% yes, 20% no. It was like 250 votes. So very telling and much more different than last episode's poll. All right, now we have one more video. There we go. They're getting the likes back up. I see it. Come on, let's at least get to 400. Come on, half of the viewers.
500 or bust.
Yeah, come on. We can get it there. Smash that. That's an attainable goal we can get to right now, and it costs you nothing. So let's do it, guys. All right, and here we go. The next video. One more. Here we go. I'm going to pump up the audio.
Hey guys, great news. I got my first iPad today. Sorry about my hair. I've been in the yard. I've been working. But I came to the kitchen. I saw something.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to start that again.
Okay, guys, great news. I got my first iPad today. Sorry about my hair. I've been in the yard. I've been working. But I came to the kitchen. I saw something I ordered, and it is a freaking new iPad. I am so excited. My kids have owned one. I've never owned one. This is just a groundbreaking day. I've always had a little phone, but now this iPad is in my hands, and I feel like my life is changing as we speak, and I'm so excited. Upward bound! Yes!
And here she is recreating the end of Bridesmaids.
If I were drunk, huh? Okay, guys, great.
Could I do this if I were drunk? Wow. Now see, the clips get better and better, and I wanted to do this because we could celebrate. Does it get more positive than this? To me, this screams yet again. She's on the track to positivity. It's like it gets me sad in a way because it's like this poor woman. Hold on, I'm going to my rant, my soapbox. This poor woman probably had like an old Nokia phone. They weren't letting her do anything. She had one of those old bricks, whatever, StarTech. Tried dating myself. Some crazy old phone that maybe had like the Snake game or something. Can you imagine? It's like Encino Man. You know what I mean? Like it's like unfrozen caveman comes back to life and is like, "What is this iPad that you've given me?" freedom. It's like, it seems so silly and like, oh my God, she got it. So what? Guys, can you imagine if you never had an iPad and then you've only had like a little Nokia phone and then suddenly they're like, bam, here's your iPad. By the way, you're allowed to have an iPad and do what you want on the iPad without us tracking you. Like, guys, this is massive. This is insane. Yeah. This is insanely big, and you can just tell. Yeah, you can tell from her excitement and everything about it, just the way she like loses her energy there. Like,
I've always had a little phone, but now this iPad is in my hands, and I feel like my life is changing. As
I believe it,
and I'm so excited. Upward bound.
Like,
yes.
That is like so generic. I mean, so genuinely happy. You get what I'm saying, guys? Like how I feel.
Yeah, like I can't believe she has 40. She's almost 40 years old, and she has not had an iPad. Like it just makes it's so sad to me though. But it's good. But you know,
super sad. But I mean, but positive, right? We like Britney.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it's still focus,
Let's be on the positive. But yes, it's super sad that it. Why didn't you? How is this allowed, guys? How is this allowed? But of course, freedom comes in little ways. And as she's finally getting into the real world and seeing this stuff, an iPad is a huge gesture to sort of open up your world. And exactly, someone just said a big F you to her daddy to be like, yeah, I just bought an iPad. Who's like, he's so cheap, guys. Do I still have it head up? He's so cheap. Where was it? I think I did accidentally close it. He's so cheap, guys. He wouldn't let her go on the vacation. I thought I had it open, but she literally in the document, they were getting so cheap that he almost didn't let her go on her little Hawaiian vacation. Britney Spears, who makes all this money and pays everything, is apparently mental, right? According to Jamie, she's apparently mental, but she's not allowed to go on a little vacation. And so, yes, this is a total F you to say, yeah, Dad, I bought an iPad. I don't care what you think. Sorry, was it you, Emily? Someone was speaking up. What were we going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's the privacy aspect as well, because I have felt that with her Instagram, I felt that it's almost been last week I was kind of feeling like it was monitored, like her Instagram was monitored, like it was kind of clipped, like is it really her?
Yep.
Is it being monitored? Is there like so much that she can put on there without it being kind of, no, that can't go on, you know? And now I'm kind of feeling like her having her own iPad, is that her invitation to this is your privacy? Is this why she's so excited about having her iPad, and why she's not had one before? And also, is her being so excited about this, is this also kind of a step to do with the conservatorship? Oh, I've got this step in my conservatorship. This is why I can have my iPad now. This is why I'm entitled to this bit more privacy and it's much more control over what I do, that she didn't have previously.
Yep.
And I do feel like there is a current shift and going to be more of a shift on what we see coming from Britney to do with social media.
I totally agree. And to me, this is the most encouraging of yet, as we report on this, to see the positive outcomes of what's going on. Such a different voice and energy and positivity from that courtroom audio, right? Which is sort of the last time we really heard her. So to see her finally having her way, getting her way, having fun, talking about the future, building a koi pond, talking about baked lays, enjoying Miley Cyrus, and hey, I got an iPad. Oh my God, this thing's incredible. It really is. It's amazing. She's like a little kid, just getting to experience everything. And I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it. And yeah, well said, Emily. Katrina, do you have, or Joseph, are you there? Joseph, you've been listening. If you unmute yourself. Joseph on the line, and I realized I didn't ever ask you. Are you there, Joseph?
Yes, hello.
Hey, Joseph, what is your thought on all this?
I've been listening. A lot of great points were brought up. Initially, in the beginning, when you were talking about J. Crew, I mean, she just likes J. Crew. She's noted for years that she likes the store, so I don't think there's really like some, cryptic message behind that. I did notice before you guys mentioned the voice change. That could be a lot of things. I mean, naturally, she's got a very deep tone to her voice. Like if she were to sing naturally, I'm sure you've seen videos, or a lot of people watching have seen videos in the past. If you see her sing like in her natural voice, she has a very beautiful, like full soulful voice,
Mm-hmm.
and being a pop star that she is, you know, producers and everything, they make her sing in this like very very
Breaking news. She just updated her Instagram. Sorry about the interruption.
Oh, there's another one? Oh, wow. All right, we have a live breaking. We could do it live? Oh, there we go. There's another one.
Good job.
Oh yeah, that one was posted a while ago.
Oh, an hour ago.
Yeah.
Is it music?
Late breaking news.
Good job, though. Good
Hey.
job, Louis. He's on the
Pretty dry.
lookout.
I mean, this is
As
always
a
an
casual
opportunity.
fan, I gotta say, I never noticed this woman is so beautiful. She
Yeah,
is beautiful,
dude.
And there's nothing I gotta say. I don't know about her voice, how it really sounds or whatever. There's nothing crazy about anything she's doing. She's probably more normal than everyone on this panel and everyone watching. So I don't know. This is weird.
No, but Joseph is right. They did make her change her voice. The record label made her.
That's still not a thing to take over her life. If she
No, of
changes
course
the voice
not.
and everything,
Yeah. No, of course.
I mean, it's not breaking news, the whole like the voice change, but I think a lot of that could, you know, someone brought up medication. I believe the gentleman brought up medication, which could have a lot to do with that. And I mean, you've heard her speak so often, especially as of late, you know, that a lot of her anxieties. So anxiety, her anxiety disorder could have a lot to do with like how her like voice fluctuates, how the tone of her voice fluctuates.
Yep.
You know, it's like it goes to that Kardashian like vocal fry, like oh my god.
Yep.
And and then you know, I noticed the two videos you just saw with her kind of holding the camera in front of her face. It was a very just chill, calm. Like I almost sometimes watching it, like her videos, like I kind of get a little anxiety because I'm like, why does she sound so like someone's almost choking her? You know what I mean? And those last two videos were just very like
refreshing,
you know,
right?
Very mellow, refreshing, exactly. Yeah. But I don't know. I've been really into a lot of the content she's been posting as of late, probably since, you know, that first time she spoke in the court. And, you know, she probably feels, you know, I think she's said this a lot over the years. She said it a lot in that documentary in 2008 that aired on MTV, For the Record. You know, she's probably starting to feel a lot more liberated.
Yep, I think so too.
You know, a lot more liberated, where she, you know, she had such an anxiety, such a fear of people judging her for the, you know, scenario, the situation that she's in. And now that it's out in the open and she feels this, you know, just depth of support around her, she can speak freely. And the fact that she mentioned conservatorship, like you just heard it from her own mouth, was pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, well said. Thank you for that insight, Joseph. The one thing I can't ignore here is, yes, she's just sort of dancing around, but she mentions her sister. Sort of another mention of Jamie. This is a typical mood for me, as my sister would say. Mood. Is that something she says? Like, did she do it on Zoe or anything? Is that a catchphrase or something?
No, she's like saying.
Is it a diss?
I think it's a little like, you know, like.
Like little subtle shade.
So you do see that as shade.
She's a classic. She's not a vindictive person. So she's not gonna do. You know, she said, "I did not like my sister doing
exactly.
She's not a nasty person. She's a very kind soul.
Right. Her shade is sort of being polite. Her shade is like polite call-outs. It seems to be. So, would you guys see that in the chat? I'm curious, commenters. Is that shade towards Jamie, or do you think that's just her acknowledging actually a sister for once? But yeah, this is a typical mood for me, as my sister would say. Mood. I'm just not sure why I look so skinny here. It's like I'm tinier with clothes on. As for the next video, I just got back from Mass. I'm Catholic now. Let us pray. How about that? Is she not Catholic before?
No, she was
Catholic.
Like, I don't know, what was she, like,
right,
a Baptist?
Yeah, Baptist.
Yeah.
So is that another FU to Daddy? Because he's very Baptist, right? His daddy is very religious.
Right, I guess
I remember reading about Lou Taylor in my research and doing it. It's like there's a whole video, or a whole thing about Lou Taylor as a God-empowered woman supporting the men in the industry. Like she's super like Baptist, no disrespect, but to me, and hearing all that, this feels like if she's calling out her religion change, that's a clear shade at her dad. No.
Exactly.
They might also be,
Hold on, everyone's talking. Go ahead, Katrina. You go first.
They might have been, they're so religious that they might be born again. That's how religious they are. So for her to do a religious change, that's just, that's very big. Very big. Because they, what would Jesus do? That's another Lou Taylor and Lynn thing, So I think they may be, whether Baptist or whatever it is, they're highly religious, which,
Wow. Well, sorry, hold on, because I see. This is why I'm so grateful to have you guys here with me, because the chat is totally educating me. They're like, not only is she shading Jamie, she's wearing shades. And yes, the fact that Jamie Lynn always posts her Insta posts always have mood a lot. So in ways, this is like her doing a like faux Jamie post, like almost potentially maybe making fun of her. It's like a 1-2 punch, right? Of like, let me make fun of my sister's mood post. Oh, and then let me tell my dad that I'm not his religion anymore. F you guys.
Yeah. That's it.
Hey, am I looking too much into it, or am I finally getting this?
A little too much, but I think yes, that's true. She's doing it subtly, so it's not like she looks like she's attacking them, right? Even though she should be, I'd be attacking them, but she's doing it in a classy way with maybe.
Little classy
Breaking news. We are 35 likes away from hitting 500.
Oh, yes.
Let's do it. 500.
Come on.
Free Britney. Let's do it. Support
Free
Popcorn
Britney.
Planet. Press 1 if you're new, and press like to support.
Free Britney. Oh yeah, get ready. That's going to be real good. I'm teasing just a little bit. Someone might be able to figure it out already, but stay tuned. Lots more coming. But yes, let's hit the likes up. Well done, Lewis, and everybody else who's been doing that. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting good at this figuring things out, thanks to you guys helping me as well. At the same time, we could totally just be all overthinking this, and she's just posting stuff, and we're all just like, it's definitely a little bit of that. You what? What was that again? Say that, Joseph.
Sorry, I apologize. I don't mean to cut.
It's like hard. I get it. Yeah, it's The View. Go ahead.
It's like The View. I'm Joy Behar. No, it's I think about that sometimes too. I was thinking about that like when I was watching you before I came into the call. That some of the things are profound and deserve to be spoken on, but some things I think are just posted to be posted, and I think over analyzing it drives us, doesn't do anyone any good and drives us all crazy. But there's a lot that, deserves to be looked at, like the conservatorship and, just everything like that. But back really quickly, if I may, back to the religion, she's also been known and has said herself that she's more spiritual than religious. And she's, always been open to other religious practices. And she did Kabbalah for a while. And I don't think,
she's open to things.
I don't think that's such a big thing.
Well, I mean, sure, it sounds like she's been open, but it's to me right now, I'm sure that family is watching her posts like hawks, right? To figure out. I mean, we caught Jamie Lynn and her husband doing it. Literally, we caught them. They were so infatuated on their own vacation. She couldn't take a picture without catching a picture of them looking at her posts. So they're clearly paying attention to every little thing that she's writing.
She's posting about it, right? And trying to pretend she's not, obsessed with her sister or whatever. And she posts it. What are they doing when she's not posting things? Mm-hmm. They must be watching her.
They must be so bored.
Yeah.
It's like Trump without Twitter. It's like, oh my God, what do we do? Our whole life is following Britney and what she's doing. What are we going to do now? It's a good question. I don't know, but you could tell they're definitely paying attention. Jamie, now that we've gone through all this, I'm curious. Has Jamie Lynn posted anything? Let's see. Usually Jamie Lynn is very quick also to like every post, even if they call her out. See, Jamie Lynn has gone for the I'm just gonna pose in my clothes. Sad news. Let's share our planet before it's too late. Karmagawa. Yeah, that's coming for you, Jamie. Sorry, is that a future telling for herself? And here she is with her kids. She's always like thrown out. I hate She's talking about the turkey wildfires. Okay, she's trying. Yeah, yes.
That's another thing. Brittany can't be with her kids all the time, right?
Exactly. All of this is always like, oh, see, I'm with my kids at the games. What a good job. She doesn't get to have that luxury, dude. Like, so it just it pisses me off always seeing this shit. Go ahead. Anything else, Katrina, on that?
No, I just don't like her family. I despise them. They're evil. And this one is just, why wasn't she in trouble? And why wasn't she under her, all this stuff when she got, she was in trouble wielding a knife and all this stuff. I mean, she's a little nutty too, don't you? I mean, if any of them.
Well, I'm gonna put I'm gonna rant and I'm gonna call her out because look, there's a thing, right? There's like Facebook dads is a thing they say where it's like, I've heard this where it's like, dads and it's moms too is the reality where parents, will just literally look like a good parent on social media is one thing that they do.
Yeah.
And so what I'm implying here is like, I don't know if that's exactly what she's doing, but what's really interesting if you really look at the narcissism here, like she doesn't want to show her kids' faces. And it's like, okay, I respect that. Good. But the question is, why are you putting them all on at all then? Like, it's so easy to have a Finsta, a fake account, which I have, where I post my kids' stuff all the time to my people that are close to me that can see my kids and know that it's there, and I have a little record if I want it. The reality is, like, why are you doing this? Anybody who's out there posting this often, this many pictures of the kid, they're doing it for other reasons. I really firmly believe it. I really believe this is a look at me. I'm a mom. Oh, my kids are amazing, and I'm a celebrity mom at the games. Blah 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 blah. Everything about this just screams me. This is all a PR play. Like, I'm sorry. Like, these aren't cute pictures. These are just weird, like, random shots that she's just constantly throwing in Britney's face. I don't get it. And then, once, like, this kind of stuff, okay, fine. You're showing off your outfit and your hair. Great. That's like a normal one to me. Although she's doing the little detective emoji. Like, what does that mean? What is that implying? But still, like, okay, fine. If she wants to post Instagram photos there.
The jacket looks like a detective
jacket. Oh, that's right. She's like but anyway, still, like, again, more of the kids when Sissy braids my hair. Let's have 4 pictures of us, and here's their shoes for some weird reason. Why? Post pictures of your kids or don't.
That's why, Andy. She doesn't have a life. She's really not.
No, but beyond that, it's like my point of, like, post pictures of your kids or don't. I don't understand this constant, like, half posts of my kids that exist that aren't in your life. I'm not going to expose them to this world, but I'm going to use them when I need to because I want you guys to remember that I'm a mom and have all these kids. And see, I can't be a bad person.
I'm a good mom.
I'm a good mom. See, even though I'm not showing their faces, I'm always showing them off and always have my phone out with them and blah, 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 blah for every photo op I can. I don't know. Is it just me or does everyone else get that vibe? It feels fake.
Does she allow comments?
No, she's disabled the comments because Britney fans have been roasting her. And so
her makeup there was very Britney-esque.
Yeah, true as well. She's trying, dude, she's so jealous of her.
So you can't attack her because she can't handle being attacked. She can't handle the criticism. So she had disable her.
I think maybe because, like, they kind of look the same. Like, they look similar, and probably they go to the same beauty tips people. So their makeup ends up being kind of the same, I don't think,
dude. I would bet.
Just wants to be Britney.
Wait, Lewis.
Well, yeah.
Well, Lewis.
Well, who wouldn't? I want to be Britney as well.
Right. Lewis, you're hold on. Say hello, Lewis. So I have you back.
Hello, Lewis.
When we were doing those, you're still not there. Say hello again.
I'm here right now. Where am I?
When you talk, it shows up. When we were doing those Ray Fisher streams way back, because we were challenging that man. Because look, I like evidence. I like people who actually tell me the truth and don't just hear it from 5 people and then it's facts. He was always watching. You know who else is watching tonight right now? Now that we have 1,000 people watching us, I would bet you $100 that Jamie Lynn Spears is watching us right now. She seems like that type of person that she cannot resist. She cannot resist.
Wait, hold on.
Narcissistic people like that are always searching their names, etc., and they're always looking at it.
That's fine, but I'm gonna say something. You'll probably approve of this. She could come on, right? So get a hold of you.
Oh, she was never going to come on. I mean, yes, Jamie Lynn, please.
I mean, she's welcome to.
You're totally welcome to, Jamie Lynn. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to send the link.
Maybe we're missing something.
Yeah, please educate us. But I doubt she's going to come in this nest when I just said she's a phony posting pictures of her kids. But Jamie, I will totally hear you out. Jamie, please call in.
Hey, you know what's real though? We are 30 away from getting 600 likes. We asked for 500. We get 570 right now. This movement is real. Your coverage, Andy, is awesome. This community, all the guests we have here today are awesome. People love it. So make sure to subscribe. You can become a member. Keep supporting. Let's get this up to 700 likes today.
That always pisses. That's you know what pisses off people when they're watching when with likes, join members, super chats. When shit's popular and shit's taken off, that's when these people get the most
Success
upset.
is the best.
Success is the best revenge. And so if you really want to shove it in their face, yes, do what Lewis is saying. In fact, yeah, please. In fact, I have to go back and thank a couple members who joined. If you guys haven't joined yet, please do. I may be doing some more afternoon Britney takeovers and things for members only soon, since I know a lot of you have been signing up. So hitting join helps us because it's a monthly payment that just is small but helps us sort of know. Okay,
600 likes!
Yeah!
600 likes, baby!
Hold on, where is it? Thank you, everybody. We're doing amazing. I appreciate all you guys.
600 new subs. Let's get the subs up.
Let's get the subs up. All right. What I was going to say was, though, I have to thank quickly because we were talking so much. I missed a few donations, and that's the most important part because you guys are funny. Paige Doublebauer, if you're still there, you became a member. Thank you so much for helping and support.
Buy that for $1.
Paige, how awesome of you, Paige. Thank you so much. And then Anonymous tipped $5. Check out Black Mirror Season 5, Episode 3. Yes, great episode if you guys haven't watched it yet. Thank you for reminding me which season episode it was. For those, because some people were asking, it didn't have what it was. I just saw Lucifer Taylor is watching too. You're right, Jamie. I hope you're not you're a good Jamie, right, Jamie Morano? But you're totally right, Lucifer Taylor.
Justin Bieber's watching. Just throw him in there.
Yeah, no, I don't think he is. I think he's just smoking peaches or something from California. The weeds from California. The peaches are from Georgia. Anyway, season 5, episode 3, Miley Cyrus plays Ashley O, but the episode is said to be based on Britney. Yes, it's a really crazy, creepy episode. Definitely check that out, and thank you for that tip. Matt Bond, sorry for the delay here, but thank you, Matt. It's the cheeky, sarcastic Brit I remember, right? It is. She does have, she's just fun. She's, what some would call crazy, just sort of a little bit weird, sarcastic vibe. I never saw it as crazy. I just saw it as outgoing and, being weird. Being weird. I see weird as a good thing. Lindsay Powell, thank you as well. Lindsay Powell, are you still thinking about making a Believe Britney shirt? I suggested. I'm ready to buy it if you do. Yes, we just got feedback, so we had to adjust it. I think he was trying to pop up the ones we do have already up, but I know since he got some of that feedback, he was going to adjust. We were trying to think of other shirts, and some people were suggesting Believe Britney. I was pitching Justice for Britney because, look, she's going to get free, guys. It's going to happen sooner, hopefully sooner, but then there's still going to be a long journey of making sure the people who put her there get justice. So this is a long battle that I'm here for. So we will be following it all. But thank you, Lindsay, for that idea. Yes, I know Brian was working on that. And then Lewis, not you, Lewis, but another Lewis. This whole conversation is crazy because there's no way Britney's net worth is only $60 million. Facts. I honestly believe she's up there with Katy Perry and Gaga. Dude, it blows our minds. What they're trying to do. And I want to go through, now that we're wrapping up Instagram, I do want to go back to the petition and talk about Lou Taylor a bit, now that you've said that, because the amount of money that they spent on her is insane. And then Matt Bond came back, the cat's out of the bag, then flashback was, I finally get to tell the truth instead of BS questions that were coached. The iPad is sarcasm. Good thoughts, Matt. I agree. If you guys want to offer your thoughts, you'll be able to send them on over. I'll read them. I'll respond. I'll answer whatever you got to ask. And you'll support the channel. It's a win-win for everybody. Pinned link up there. We'll send the Stream Elements. Stream Elements, Cash App, all those other ones are just easier for any creator you go to because YouTube takes a big fee. So the Super Chats are fine, but always use the other ones because the fees are a little smaller. PayPal and other ways, just, take a little bit less. YouTube has to take everything. But thank you to everybody who was giving. Something Spellbound became a member. Welcome to the family here. So grateful to have you. And there we go. We're caught up. I have to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Sorry, there was one more through the Cash App. Sandra, thank you so much, Sandra, for sending that over for the info. You're welcome. And I think that's it. If I missed you, message me and I'll make sure I get back to it. Okay, great. We are there. Okay, sorry. Catching up. I'm getting a lot of messages, but I want to focus on you guys. Awesome. So let's go. Romaine Jane. What a name. Romaine Jane. That is the coolest name I've seen tonight so far. Romaine Jane. Woo! Welcome, Romaine, to the channel, and thank you for that support. Right, Lewis? Isn't it nice when they do that? Every time I'm on here.
Absolutely. And speaking of nice, we're 40 away from 700 likes, man.
Boom, boom,
I
boom.
hope you all are subscribing as well, hitting the notification bell.
Well, they can't
because
chat unless they're subscribers. I love that new feature that YouTube does. It helps tremendously.
Sorry, I was on mute, but yeah, 40. We're 40 away from 700 likes. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you want to support the channel a little more, become a member, hit the super chat, share. But hey, you know what? Subscribing, hitting the notification bell is absolutely free, along with the like button. And there's plenty of entertainment news and free Britney news coming up.
Facts. Someone just said it too. Interesting, since we're going off on these tangents, and so many of you are here, so I'm going to keep the conversation going. But Shells, I just saw your comment. Oh my God, hold on. Do you guys think Project Rose is Britney becoming free? Yes, I've thought that. I've thought that was a project potentially that maybe was part of like the Netflix documentary that's been apparently working. I mean, I'm totally guessing. I have no insight on this, but how amazing if there was some sort of Britney did do an interview or got involved or gave information for one of these documentaries that are in the works. And that is like sort of the Project Rose of really exposing it from a top level. That'd be pretty damn amazing. One could hope, right? But who knows? I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on. But Project Rose does feel like it could be at least a personal project if it's not something more professional that's in the works. But yeah, you're not the only one who's thought that, Shells. Shells, welcome to the show. And welcome everybody else. We're here every Tuesday, Thursday. Thank you, Lewis, for helping plug all that stuff. And then thank you, 98 Matthews became a member as well. I know sometimes we pause to do this thanking the supporters, but guys, I'm sorry I have to, because you got to support the people who keep you here and become members and pay and support, because that really is what keeps the lights on, keeps us able to be able to report to you as quickly as I do without the fear of these platforms shutting it down. So I'm so grateful to everybody. As I always say when I'm on anybody's stream, any stream or channel, independent source you're watching, just consider like either a 2-drink minimum or a tip in the jar. Always tip your witchers. And again, if it's not me, if you like somebody else better, great. Just tip somebody you like or you're watching out there who is hustling, because we're all out there trying to do it. I know you can relate. So thank you guys so much for all the support tonight. It's incredible. It makes me feel incredible as well. And it's a positive night because like we all were saying, I feel like, oh, get out of here, Jamie Lynn. How did she get back in here? Go away. I want to see Britney. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you unless you want to call in. I totally want to hear what you have to say. I'll be very fair. But Britney, there she is. Britney, I feel like is celebrating today positivity. I love it. So good to see.
New iPad. I can't believe she had never had an iPad. I mean,
it's wild, right?
It's sick. I can't. That's beyond. I can understand. I thought maybe they monitored it or had certain pages she couldn't go on, but not to actually have an iPad. My 3-year-old son has one. I don't understand. It's sick.
It is sick.
Simple luxuries in lives that she had is just unbelievable.
It is sick. Carby, Andy, have you spoken with Lutfi again? You think he would appear on your channel? I'm trying. I'm trying. He doesn't want to do a lot of interviews. It seems he's done a couple like pre-taped stuff, but yeah, we talk. He's been very nice to me, and if I have questions, I'll ask him. He's very quick. He's been very honest. I know some people still don't trust him. He knows that, I feel like. But I'm telling you guys, I had a really long talk. Like the first talk I had with him was like a 3.5-hour chat into the middle of the night. And he let me ask anything and he gave everything. And I have a lot more that, I transcribed a lot of what we talked about, even though I'm not going to record release his conversation, but I have a lot of stuff there that I've been sort of incorporating into all my reporting and stuff that's coming up. But yeah, no, look, I have, and I am on Team Lutfi right now because I do think he had Britney's best intentions, and he's one of the only people out there that was defending her since day one. And now that we see everything being uncovered, it's so clear he was just an easy scapegoat, and I think they got to her and made her think that. And look, is he perfect? May he have made mistakes? Sure, we all do. But I don't believe he was the mastermind drugging her and doing all the stuff that they're accusing him of.
Andy, I have a question, Andy. With your conversations with him, did he say whether or not she isn't, like, since she's done this, spoke out about the conservatorship and gotten the new lawyer, have they been in contact?
I don't know.
Why would you not ask that question? That's a good question to ask him.
No, or if I do know, I can't tell you. How's that? Is that more honest?
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
I don't know is my real answer.
No, I really, because I agree with you. I think
there's still, look, I think that's the other reason why he's not doing interviews is because there's still some stuff he can't talk about. I think is the best way to say it.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you put him on the spot with things, obviously on the show, it's difficult as well. And what he wants to put out there, what he can put out there, what's fair to put out there, and how things are going to be perceived as well is another factor. And because it's a trust thing as well, isn't it? It's how he's going to be edited or how he's going to be portrayed.
Correct.
I can understand why he'd want to be quiet at this time.
Yeah, and I think it's, and I don't want to speak too much about him or what the conversations, but and I'm just speaking now more in general, but it's way easier to have a conversation with somebody on the phone, off the record or on the record, or on the record, and it was more like everything was on the record, but unless he told me otherwise, is sort of how the conversation went, and so it's way easier to have that conversation to just do it, because I'm the same way. Like if I was on a thing, I just talk. I don't like to hide things, or like I'm an open book. I like to put it all out there. And so I'd have my foot in my mouth if there were certain things I know I probably shouldn't say. I don't want to go do an interview about a topic that I have to be careful about what I say. You know what I mean? Like revealing sources or things like that, I will never do. And I want to earn Sam's trust and anybody's source who calls in, because I don't want them to feel like they were burned or I took advantage or I, did something I wasn't supposed to. So yeah, look, I like I said, yeah, there's a lot of interesting info. I still have some more. A lot of it's out there. That's why it's like you can really go find it. But it was all sort of, this whole story was contained, and I heard from his perspective, at least, especially like what happened that night, and around the conservator that time specifically. It's so heartbreaking to hear it all from his perspective. If you believe him and you hear it, I think you'd get amazingly frustrated. So look, I'm trying. I'd love to get him on to at least talk about that portion of things. So fingers crossed. Keep hitting him up. Tell him, Sam, go on Andy's. I know he was watching a few of these streams, so I wish him well. And I know he's just trying to look. He's got to rebuild his name. I relate to that too. I've been there, and I think a lot of people are coming around saying, all right, maybe he wasn't.
A lot of people are hitting him up. You see on his Insta stories that they're saying, I apologize. I thought you were the monster. I mean, like every day he posts more and more and more. So he'll the truth will come out that he wasn't, Yeah,
and the one thing, I was going to say, one comment I see a lot of people are like, Andy, did you talk about, but what about Courtney Love? Look, I don't know. I know he's in a lawsuit with her, and he couldn't say anything about it. But what I do know is that Courtney Love has positively talked about him since said lawsuit on social media. So again, everybody, you hear something, and this is the biggest thing we all do. We're all guilty of it. We hear one thing, and then we take it as fact without doing more homework. And the reality is, just because there's a lawsuit against Courtney and there was a big problem, guys, I love Courtney Love. She doesn't seem like she's the most reliable witness all the time. I'm sorry, but I'll just say it. I'll keep it real with you guys. I love her, loved her music, but there's a time where I didn't trust her either around the whole Kurt stuff, everything.
No, she did come out and say.
Yes. At the end of the day, like if you're really out there defending Courtney Love, like she's done no wrong or she has never been questionable, let's step back and think about it for a second. Come on, she totally has been questionable. We've all been there, and the reality is, if she's saying something positive now about him, well, then take that. I take that with weight. And then regarding Amanda Bynes, I'm looking into Amanda Bynes. I want to do a whole thing. I'm trying to do an update on her next at some point. I've been trying to get more research on that. If anybody has any good resources on that, hit me up. You know where to reach me. And yeah, I'd love to get more insight on him. On the record of what happened with that. But from what I'm told, there's no drama there either, allegedly. But again, all that's different. I vouch for him with the Britney stuff. Vouch for him with the Britney because that's where I've talked to him the most, and I've felt like I've listened and vouched. But look, I'm not giving the guy my social. I don't know him that well. You know what it is? All I can say is from what I've gathered, yeah, I'm listening to him, and I think he's got some really positive things to add that we should try and take a little bit more seriously than some people are. That's my stance. Take it or leave it. It's the beauty of this country, right? We can all believe who we want to believe, but at least get your information. But anyway, thank you for asking that, Cabri, because I'd love to get him on. I hope we will at some point. Stay tuned. And then Ashley Magaga, that's another great name. Magaha. Thank you both for those 2 super chat stickers. That was amazing of you for sending them over. And then Rebel Girl Life Path 11 just became a member. Throw some planets in the air, everybody.
For $1.
Woo! Thank you so much. And then Will, as my mod tonight, working overtime because I know there's a lot of people chatting and everything. I've seen you in there, Will, keeping things going. I appreciate you, Will. Throw some love to Will, my mod tonight. Is Bunda or anybody else in there? They may have dipped out because we were They don't. They like the movie topics more. But thank you for that, Will, for keeping it, crushing it tonight. Amanda did some crazy shit, sleep in the middle of the public. Yeah, look. I don't know. I don't want to judge Amanda. I don't want to judge Amanda Bynes. I thought Britney looked crazy at a certain point too. I was wrong. I've learned you gotta be careful, not just judge what you see on the media. You never know what someone's going through. You never know why they're going through it or what got them to that point. We all need to have more of an open mind with this stuff. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's got depressions, issues. We all need to be more respectful of each other. And I'm not going to sit and judge Amanda Bynes. I'll be honest. Yeah, of course. Early years ago, I saw both Britney and Amanda, and a lot of people, and Justin Bieber, tons of people. When you look at them, you're like, oh, these stupid, crazy celebrities. But you do step back and you realize, look, they're people too. They are people too. Sure, they got a lot of money, and it's it can be easier. It makes life easier to have money, but it doesn't make you happier. That's the thing most people don't accept or want to acknowledge. It definitely makes life easier if you do it right. But it doesn't make it happier. People can still be suffering. So I don't know enough about Amanda to chime in on that, but I will look into it because I know a lot of you are interested, and I know that's another sort of the next thing we're going to have to sort of really deep into once we figure out what happened with Britney. Lizzie, it's right. Britney was medicated against her will. That is a fact now, and that's where things are crazy. And so who knows what happened to Amanda, right? We don't know. We don't know the scenario. So we got to keep things out there. And it doesn't mean that Sam was there with ill intentions. Maybe he was told something else. Maybe it was different. You never know is the reality. So let's find out together, right? If anybody, I'm plugging it again because we got a lot of people watching. But my God, everybody, if you guys aren't watching the show, Ted Lasso on Apple TV, I implore you to go give it a watch. An amazingly positive, funny, just heartwarming show. I put it off for so long because I hate soccer. I don't give a shit about soccer, but it's become my favorite show. It is so adorable, so positive. It's the type of show that you just feel like Britney would love. Ted Lasso and Britney Spears to me are like so similar of characters in a way. But I don't want to spoil the moment in the thing. But there's a whole line that I've just been living by now, which they use in the thing. It's a Walt Whitman quote: "Be curious, not judgmental." And it's so correct. So correct. We have to stop being so judgmental in this world. We have to be more curious, ask questions, get to know people. Why are we different? Why are we politically different? Why whatever different? Let's find out and ask those questions versus you're wrong, you're a monster, you're the evil one. That's the vibe I want to try to do more and more here. Of course, I may stumble once in a while, but that's what we're going to try and do is hear all sides, be unjudgmental. We're going to have some opinions, especially when I get to this Grace Randolph story. If I do, Lewis, I have some opinions on that one. I have so many people who are like, who the hell is this Grace Randolph? Nobody knows what the hell, but we'll get there in a second. We'll get there at some point. But anyway, before I jump to that, any other comments from the people on the? I have some people still sitting in the my Britney fans online. Lewis, Katrina, anybody, Emily, have any thoughts about this Instagram stuff before I move on to another topic?
Nothing's crazy about this.
No, we're good. She's not crazy. She's never been crazy, I don't think. I think she's just been weird.
I think not even weird.
But, no,
the
weird in a
only thing
good
I really
sense.
wanted to touch on.
Go ahead. Emily first. Sorry, Emily first. Go ahead, Emily.
Sorry. The only thing I really wanted to touch on was how you were saying about viewing people, on what we hear on the media. And it just linked me back to the show that you did with TJ. And I just wanted to say...
Oh, with Taj, you mean? With Taj?
Taj, sorry,
yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say that was a brilliant show. And it gave me a lot of insight into things that I actually hadn't looked into. And I just wanted to put it out there for people that hadn't seen it already. Have a look at it.
Such
it was absolutely
segue.
Amazing.
Such a good
Because I know
segue.
that here in the UK, we have a lot of different things out in the media to what are in... what is in the US, and yeah, it's definitely something that I would promote that people look into.
Yeah, no, I mean, Michael Jackson is one of those issues where I had Taj on the show and on the Hug and the Cactus. If mods will, I know you're working overtime, but if you want to find that link for me and send it to people. Look, I did a show. I don't know if you know my story, everybody. I know a lot of you are getting to know me, but I got canceled. I cheated on my wife. She didn't know. And I was a popular YouTuber back in the day, and I started flirting with my fan base. And in doing that, I was betraying my wife. That's the real crime I did. Total scummy of me. It's a pain I live with now. Not only just what it caused me and my family, but just knowing what I caused her. I wasn't a good dude in that regard. I wasn't faithful, and it changed me to really open up my eyes. Why it happened, none of your business. All that stuff, that's not the point. The point is I made a mistake. At the same time, though, I was flirting with fans, and someone falsely accused me of assault, multiple assaults, they said. And I had the proof that was bullshit. It was totally untrue. It was a consensual affair we had. I had all the proof of going in and out of the room. Anyway, I couldn't come out with the evidence right away because I had to, admit to my wife that, yeah, I've been cheating, which was a whole massive thing. And then the whole world was going crazy. It was 2 days after Harvey Weinstein. And so then I was alone for a period of time. I got a lawyer, tried to sue my employer who fired me literally overnight, had a huge salary, couldn't afford our house payment. Everything went to shit literally in 2 days. It was just a nightmare. The biggest nightmare of my life, hit rock bottom. It was the hardest thing in my life. I share that because it opened my eyes, obviously, because I had to hit bottom. I had to look in the mirror. I had to take accountability. I had to face some of the mistakes I did make. I went offline for a year. I met an amazing woman who helped really bring me back, and started a family with her. And I'm so happy, and an amazing family, 3 kids now. And my son, who I had with my ex, great relationship. I'm very lucky because it was a very dark period. But it took going through that dark period to really open up my mind to look at things. And so when I came back and I started this thing called Hugging the Cactus, where I wanted to hear other people's stories. I wanted to sort of fight cancel culture and figure out, I don't believe everybody is just evil. Like, what happened? Some of these cases have to be like mine, where it was more complicated and there were lies that needed to be exposed. And I learned there were a lot of people who just weren't given the spotlight. The media never wants to share your innocent stories, right? They want to only share your guilty, your salacious bullshit. And so, and anyway, I share all this. Sorry for the long diatribe, but I know a lot of you are getting to know me, but I want to open up so you understand what I'm about and what this channel's about. As I did all that, I stumbled upon Taj Jackson and that Leaving Neverland documentary. And Taj reached out to me because Taj had invited me to a Michael Jackson's family's Halloween party out in Hollywood back when I was a big deal, and back then. It was amazing. He loved our channel. He was a big movie fan. He's like, "Oh my God, we watch MovieFights. It's so cool. Come on to the party." Nicest guy. It was such I'm like, "Oh my God, they recorded Thriller there." Like, it was incredible. And so I got to go experience that. I then got canceled, lose touch. Taj was one of those people that checked in on me. And I was really impressed with him, and I talked to him, and he was very gracious, and he admitted, like, "Look, I know a lot of people don't want to engage with you right now, but I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. You were nice. I saw your story. I saw your evidence. Like, it's not fair what people are doing." And so anyway, when I did that, he was gracious enough to do an interview, and then I did that. I made a point to reevaluate my look at Michael Jackson, because I'll be honest, I never liked him sleeping in the beds with all those kids. I was like, dude, the dude's a creep. This guy is a creep. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. Whatever. So I talked to Taj. We had a really long conversation, 2 episodes. Really got into it. Taj was unafraid to talk about anything, and he sent me down research. I did my own research, and I really looked through it. And guys, I've totally shifted. I do not believe Michael did it. I really don't. And I'm a father. It's like the worst crime I can think of. And I'm telling you, go do more homework. It's so much more complicated than what the media tells you, because it looks ugly. It looks fucking ugly. But the reality is they put him through 2 criminal trials, and they never found anything. Every parent that came after it was looking for money, and they took the money. Now, as a parent, I wouldn't take a fucking dime. I wouldn't take a fucking dime if someone did that to my child. So I take it really seriously. So you got to look at it with all points of view. On top of it all, again, I'm just so you understand why I'm so fervent innocent Michael Jackson. They made him come in, strip. They had a description of his genitalia. The man walked out of that police office. There is no fucking way they would have let that guy out if that accusation matched with what they had. So again, you got to look at the facts. There's so many facts in that story that just will horrify you to realize what we've done to his legacy. And then the man dies. Everyone celebrated. Everybody celebrated. Everyone sort of moved on. Yeah, he may be a creep. Fine. I even asked Taj about that. Taj was like, "Look, I was at those sleepovers." What people don't know, it wasn't a bed and a bedroom. It was a fucking amusement park playroom with arcade games and sleeping bags on the floor. We were all sleeping around together because we were kids hanging out. He's like, I was there in those parties. Room. Yeah, it was a 2-story room. Like everything is so nefarious. Just like in my story, I knew it. The media and the people who came forward made me sound more malicious, more nefarious. And the reality was, it was more complicated.
And the people that accused him had criminal records for fraud and scams and things like this. And the people that gave witness statements had like hundreds of thousands owing to him because they had like fraud against him and made false statements that had been found in court. So none of it was legitimate. None of them were good witnesses because they'd had essentially crimes against him that had been found in court as false statements against him previously. So it's just that none of it was legitimate. And yeah, it's when you look into it, you really go, wow.
Facts.
Like the fact that any of this even made it into court was all because there was somebody high in power that had a grudge against him. So anywhere else, it wouldn't have even made it into court. Realize that
Taj talks about the one mistake Michael did was there was one settlement, and I asked him about it. He talks all about it. It was like Michael's biggest regret, but he was like, he just wanted it over. He just wanted it over. It was so complicated. He just wanted to be done with it and move on, and he regretted that because it changed. There's a few things that he stumbled on that were mistakes legally and stuff, but at the end of the day, he was never charged. There was never any evidence. They said there was a description of his genitals and they didn't match, guys. You can't ignore that kind of shit. Like that's jail time. Like boom, cuffs on you in the you're out of here. There's so much to it. And so yes, thank you, Emily, for adding that, because then Michael was free. Like we celebrated his music, and then he died, and it was a tragedy. He was murdered. He didn't die. He was murdered. And then they exploited the concert and the lawyers took over the estate. All, again, another example, just like Britney, of these celebrities are more valuable when they're dead, not when they're there. And long story short, when did we cancel Michael Jackson? After his death on an HBO documentary made by two liars. They literally perjured themselves on a court of law. This man, Wade, the worst of the two, literally was on the trial saying, Michael would never. Michael, like, sincere testimony. The judge was like, it was his testimony that made me realize there's really nothing here. And I'm sorry. Some people say, yeah, well, victims change their mind later, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, Wade. So you're telling me he wasn't, he did those things and you lied, and so he got away with it, and other kids just got I'm sorry. I can't accept it. There's so many, not only that, there's so many other stories that got incorrect. The director was out to get something. He wanted a big celebrity to take down. Oprah is a snake, guys. She's the biggest snake. It's the whole thing was this in Hollywood thing because the Me Too Time's Up era was rising, and they like, who can we do blah blah blah. Michael, great, we'll take it. He can't defend himself. We can't be sued for defamation. It doesn't matter if it's true. Fuck it. And then the Judd Apatows, everybody came out and just tore it. Michael Jackson, we knew it, blah, 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 blah. The Simpsons, my favorite. They still, to this day, Disney Plus doesn't have Lisa's Happy Birthday Michael Jackson episode. It's a travesty what they've done to him. Thankfully, the music and the fans, they won't let him, disappear. Every Halloween, we listen to Thriller. His songs still stay on the radio, thank God. And speaking to Taj and learning about it, they really took a hit. And the family, it's not fair to them. It's not fair to that family, to those kids, to keep drudging up these false allegations. It sucks, guys. So, look, it's all connected. I'm so glad Taj came on to compare it to Britney because there's a lot of similarities. And I'm glad Britney's in a positive place now where it doesn't go to the level that it went to with Michael because it's fucking scary, guys. I just saw something else crazy. It all connected to the Johnny Depp case. Do I have it here? But it's like, this fucking blew my mind. Sorry, I'm going off in rants, but that's what the show's for, right? Where was it? Did I respond?
Looking for that, I want to say we're lucky we still have Britney and she didn't try to kill herself because a lot of people in that situation wouldn't be able to handle it,
Totally. It's true. I'm looking for
Listen, while you're waiting for that,
here it is.
We have a little break. 45 more likes. We hit 800 likes. Now, am I asking for too much? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there's new people coming in and stuff. If you haven't hit the like button, do so now. 45 people, 800 likes. Let's do it. Let's get 10 more members in here. Support the channel and stuff. This platform, the YouTube, loves to how would I say, shadow ban or oppress the algorithm for us. I guess channels that are real don't get much play. So help us out, become a member, press like, hit the notification bell, share. We are 35 now. We're 30 away. No, 20 away from 800 likes. No, 14 away from 800 likes. 14 away. 5 away from 800 likes. Let's do 5 more likes.
We're so close. Well, let's get the subscribers.
We are at 800
members.
likes.
And we won't stop. Hit that join, too. That really helps.
I'm going to move the goalpost 1,000. Could we do it? I don't know.
Well, that's more. Yeah, it's like more than we have. I'd love to see that happen. Let's happen.
Well, we're having, recycled viewers, so I think it could. 1,000 likes, guys. We are 190 likes away from that.
Bravo, Lewis, my hype man. I love it. And then check out, first of all, since he's been hyping me, we have so many people watching. You got to always pump your friends up too, right?
Guys, man, thank you.
Guys, you got to go over to Nerd Report. Can we go give my man talk about hustling? If you like entertainment news, insight, he interviews all the celebrities. He gets all the amazing stuff. Please, mods, go send Lewis's chat out there. I just linked it myself. Let's get his subs up a little bit. He just got 17,000. Bravo, Lewis, my man. Always here. It's always support your real friends who are there in the times of trouble, always, which Lewis was. Go support him in his streams. Go show him some love. And Lewis, give him the love. That's his radio DJ name.
Yeah,
Lewis.
and check it out, guys. We're doing a midday show. I've been doing it, just trying it out. It's doing pretty good. Look at the numbers.
You're doing really good. Keep that going. He was giving away free guy tickets.
So we're doing
and
that.
Stuff.
We're gonna probably do evening, and my next interview, exclusive right here on Popcorn Planet. Guess who I'm interviewing next? Who do you think? One guess.
Shang-Chi.
No, close enough. Well, no, not really. Damn, I just forgot his name. Batista. There we go.
Oh, Batista. Oh, he's in Tampa. He's in.
Well, I'm interviewing Batista for the Apple Plus show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude,
and
awesome.
I'm interviewing the entire class, which probably includes Momoa. So stay tuned for that. I have those interviews.
You better talk to me privately about that one. We gotta sneak in a specific question.
Okay, I will.
We
And
gotta do it.
some of your questions are welcome too. So go ahead, subscribe to Nerd Report, and let me know in the comments what you want me to ask Batista.
Batista or Momoa? Oh man, I know what they're gonna want you to ask Momoa.
I have Batista for sure, almost 99% for sure. Momoa is still in the works.
Batista's such a nice guy. He lives here in Tampa near us. My friend Grace is friends with him, and I have a tattoo parlor. We have mutual friends. At some point, my goal is to get him on this channel because I know it'd be so fun. So stay tuned.
His acting's underrated.
He's a good dude. He's a really nice guy. Dave Batista.
He's a good actor too.
Drax from Guardians. Anyway, thank you, Lewis. Go show Lewis some love. Appreciate you, Lewis. Shells. Sorry, I found. Hold on. Before I get to the super chats, I'm going off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Because I found. So again, I don't want to get political, but again, justice for Johnny Depp. The Time's Up campaign is why I bring it up. That was out there, calling all these things out. And Roberta Kaplan, who is Amber's lawyer, has done shady stuff. And now they were the ones who were helping Andrew Cuomo draft this letter to attack his accuser. Like, I'm sorry, which side are you guys on? Hollywood, the politics, they're on the side of fucking money and not the truth. The hypocrisies of what's go down and these movements and everything else. Always be careful what you read and don't just follow the mob mentality or the movements. They're all making money. They're all trying to get power and control, and it's fucking scary out there. So just be careful is all I'm saying. Believe what you want to believe. Do what you want to do. But my God, the amount of shadiness in Hollywood and Washington, it blows your mind. That's why I try to avoid it. That's why I got out to Florida. Happy to be out of both of those stupid fucking towns.
We will be talking about Grace Randolph. Stay put.
People are like, what's up with Grace?
We will. We got some time.
We got some time.
Put.
All right. What was I? So I got. Oh yeah. Real quick. Shells Forever. Can you explain when Oprah became a snake and when we found out? Taj talks about that in the interview with Leaving Neverland on Hugging the Cactus. So if you search Hugging the Cactus, hold on. I'll give you the link right now. See, we have instant gratification only because you tipped. I have to do this because you're now my boss. You guys get that? When you tip the creators, when you do that 2-drink minimum, explain that 2-drink minimum, Lewis, while I find this.
All right. So like when you enter a club, right, a comedy club, and you get entertained and stuff like that, the reason these clubs are able to stay open, pay for the lights and stuff like that is because they enforce a 2-drink minimum on their guest, and the entrance is free, just like this place. So you guys go in there and go ahead and tip your your entertainer. This time it's Andy Signore here on Popcorn Planet. You could do it by becoming a member. You could do it by super chatting. You could do it the PayPal way. What is it? The Cash App way, which is one of the best ways. So make sure to do that, guys. Let's get at least 10 more donations, 20 donations for today. So we could do that. We're gonna go to Las Vegas on the 23rd for CinemaCon. The coverage is gonna be a lot. It's going to be intense and it's going to be costly. So let's get that in there. And I'm speaking here for Andy. Please send in those super chats. If you get $2 per person that's in here, that will cover everything.
Any stream you're on for more than an hour, I always try to throw a couple bucks anytime I'm watching for that. Seems like the right thing to do. Anyway, but I just sent the link out. Thank you, Lewis, for that plug and just being an awesome promo man. But here's the truth about Leaving Neverland is where he talks about Oprah and other stuff. It's about an hour. And then there's another one where we dispute all the Michael Jackson facts, all the stuff about the beds and everything. He talks about that in that interview too. That's part 2 of our conversation. But if you want to get deep, there's a bunch of stuff you can go down. It's a really good interview documentary called Square One. But as for the Oprah stuff, that's just insider no. She's out for herself, as most people in Hollywood are. But she used that family. She used the Jackson family really meanly. Got like the first one with the kids and the mother, and then was the first person to turn on them when she got a chance, even though Michael like built her career. Like that first interview Oprah did, which I don't know if you guys remember, with Michael, was huge for her. Changed the game, and Michael picked her out and gave it to her. And so, some expected some sort of loyalty, and Oprah didn't give a shit about loyalty. Turned her back on her and made it like literally at the end of his life now, just made him seem like he's the monster that he's not. Because she doesn't want to do the research. She doesn't care. She just wants that HBO Emmy, attention. So that's the type of person she actually is. Gene Rick, thank you. Like Johnny, Andy, things get blown out of proportion by the media. It's true. The Johnny Depp one's a whole nother one. If you don't know that story, go find my playlist on my main channel. Learn more about the Johnny Depp story. It's insane. It's insane. And Johnny Depp, thankfully, has a win right now. But that's a whole other tangent. So we'll do that another stream. Matt Bond, thank you. James in the train station, that wasn't built yet. See? Thank you, Matt. Talking about Finding Neverland. That's the Johnny Depp movie. Leaving Neverland and the facts of the documentary, they don't line up. He says he was in a train station that didn't exist at the time. There's a lot of really inconsistent stories. And then Anonymous, can you discuss the Ashley O episode for a few minutes? Maybe play clips. People need to go watch it. It's the truth. The truth of Hollywood and the industry rabbit hole of MK ultra cloned celebrities. Sorry. Don't read out loud. Don't read out loud. Sorry. You got to put that at the beginning of a chat. So I don't know what you're talking about. You have to message me if there's some deep state or something crazy. I mean, you give me too many keywords. They're going to get me flagged. Limited my thing. But thank you, Anonymous. Anonymous is watching, guys. So be careful what you're doing out there. But yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm happy to try and look into it if it's not too crazy. But I always give everything at least a shot. All right, now we're caught up. Thank you, guys.
Loving Neverland.
Sorry, go Emily. Yeah.
Loving Neverland is fantastic. I'd recommend everyone watch Loving Neverland.
Thank you. That's another documentary. Where can you see that one?
That is available on YouTube.
Okay, good. Yeah. Awesome. Hey, Vito, we're not even talking about Grace. I've been on this show for 2 hours. They don't know who Grace is. Put a chat on if you want me to. If you're like, I know Grace, I want to hear it. Because I'm curious if anybody actually even gives a crap about that topic. I know a certain fraction of my audience does, but now's your chance, chat. Tell me that if we're going to get into that. Thank you, Somi, for the super chat sticker. I like that cute little thank you. It's like a pear. And then Julie Fernandez, Oprah, along with most of Hollywood, are only out for themselves. That's fat. But do you agree, Lewis? You got to be careful because you still interview people in Hollywood.
Oh no, I don't care anymore. Well, look. I will say this, Andy, you're going to be good with me saying this as a friend, right, and as a professional.
Always. I don't
Andy
care. I don't know what it is.
I'm on your show. I appear on your show. If you have a beef with some actor because of something they did with that doesn't necessarily mean I share the same opinion, and vice versa. And stuff like that. Like, for instance, the guy from, Olympus Has Fallen. What's his name? Gerard Butler, who threw security at me and my son when I was trying to get a picture. You're still a fan. And I'm not a fan. But I respect that, whatever, and stuff like that. But, if you come after my friends in a disrespectful way, yeah, I'm going to come after you as well. That's a different thing. But if you have something to criticize an actor, actress in Access Media or whatever, yeah, we could agree, we could disagree. That's part of being professional. I do interview people. I do have access to Hollywood people and stuff like that. And in regards to Oprah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. She seems a little fake to me and stuff like that. She's whatever. Maybe she's not. I don't follow her and stuff, but I'm not a fan. And guess what? I'm not in her demo. I doubt she ever made a show to get my interest and stuff like that.
Here, I have a topic I actually want to get this audience on because I almost went with this story today and I didn't know if I was gonna, but I'm curious where the audience stands on this topic as we wait. Yes, I'll talk about Grace. Bear with me. Vito wants to come talk about it. Lewis and Vito, we'll do the Grace topic.
Amazing Grace!
It's not that big of a story, guys. It's just a silly, like, insidery, like, film Twitter bullshit. I'm trying to move past it, but so many people wanted to hear it. But here's what I was curious about. Have you guys heard about this one today? Dr. Dre's oldest daughter, LaTanya, says she's homeless living out of her car. Because I had a debate with my fiance about this. I'm like, what is a father's responsibility? Especially if that father is worth, what, $800 million because it beats by Dre. So his daughter is, I'm curious what you guys think of this. So his oldest daughter is homeless and living out of her car, despite repeated pleas for help from the music mogul father. She works for DoorDash and Uber Eats and has said in a new interview that she hasn't received money in a year and a half. My kids are staying with friends. They're not living in the car. It's just me. I'm taking odd jobs. I get paid $15 an hour as an assembler in a warehouse. I'm trying to keep my head above water. I've been in debt for a while. She's Dre's daughter with Lisa Johnson, from whom the split was, LaTanya was 5. She claims she hasn't seen her music producer her father in 18 years and only communicates via his team. LaTanya said she fears losing her rental car. How does she afford a rental car? How would she have an SUV that cost? Anyway, she's not going to be able to pay the payment. She's about to lose her rental car because she just moved from Vegas to California. They're going to take the car. Dre has given money, but he stopped giving money because his lawyer said that my dad doesn't want to help me anymore because I spoke about him in the press. I feel like I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. I'm just trying to communicate with him, see if he wants to talk to his grandkids. Another point, a pain point, was that the fact that Dr. Dre, there was a lot of news stories because he lost his spousal thing. He has to pay his ex-wife $300,000 a month. Fuck. In ex-spousal support, not child support, spousal support. It's part of the settlement. It's embarrassing because people are looking at me wondering why what Nicole has got is what my mom should have got. Yeah, I mean, shouldn't they like just allocate it? All right, how many ex-wives, how many kids do you got? Let's allocate this fairly. Hold on, Elizabeth, who is Elizabeth Olsen from WandaVision? I'm curious. Do you have to pay for? Here's the topic, because I think it's going to be a polarizing topic. Lewis, I'll go to you first.
Yeah.
Should a father always take care of their kids and make sure they're not homeless? Or if they're at an adult age, is there a certain point you're like, you know what? I've tried. You don't respect me. You're shitting on me in the press. All you want is my money. You're not really working hard enough. I don't care anymore. What do you think, Lewis?
Well, where was this settlement done? Was it in California?
I think so.
And
The
also,
ex-wife,
how was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and how old
sense.
was she when the divorce happened?
No, well, her mom didn't get a settlement. That's what's so weird. That
Who's
was
getting the $300,000?
He has a few baby mamas. He's been around.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. The law is the law. He needs to play. It depends on the whoever makes the most out of the couple is the one paying. So it's probably him.
You're ducking the question. Should Dr. Dre be responsible for his kid who's
I'm
homeless?
getting to that right now. He needs to pay her if she was underage by law. Okay, and that's his responsibility as a father. Now, I don't know his side of the story. That's
He doesn't have to pay. She is 30-something years old.
Then she needs to. Okay, so yes, he needs to try. If he didn't, but then there comes a point where is that money going?
Hold on, you're not listening. Ignore the $300,000 a month. That's a separate baby mama. It's no connection to the woman who's on the screen right now. This is a separate daughter from a separate baby mama who did not get a big settlement amount.
Okay.
And so she is saying he won't even pay anything. I'm homeless in a car because I talked about it in the press. Oh, we have someone new. Elizabeth Olsen's here. Elizabeth, Lewis is ducking the question.
Andy. Hi, Lewis.
What up?
Hello.
What up, Wanda? I'm going to call you WandaVision. What do you think of this?
Oh, Thank
He
you.
needs to.
No,
He needs to
take
step
him to
up for his
jail.
kid.
He needs to what, Lewis?
Step up for his kid.
That's what I'm
If
trying
the
to figure.
kid-
Do you step
But
up
if
for the kid
kid's
or
buying crack or drugs or something, no.
Andy, let me bring something up.
Vito's here.
Do you know what
Oh,
Dr.
no.
Dre's? Do you know what Dr. Dre's net worth is?
Yeah, like $800 million or something.
$800 million.
He owns a record company.
Beats
Pay
by
How
Dre.
much money is it going to
Those-
take to get his daughter off the street?
Those headphones cost like
100,000?
$10 to make, and they're cheapest. They're the shittiest headphones, guys. But they charge $200 a pair. Don't get
Unless
Beats by
it's
Dre. There's way better brands you can get.
Unless she's buying crack and he's trying to get her help, that could
But
be a
even
different-
then, as a
What
father,
if she's buying
put her in
drugs and
rehab.
funds are going to
I don't think
drugs that
being
hurt her?
homeless helps you get off crack. I think a support system and some money helps you get off crack.
Right.
Dr. Dre, if he's not helping out his homeless daughter, he's a bad man. That's all
Yeah,
it
he's
is.
gotta
That-
help her.
that's what
to a
what
certain
do you call
extent.
it? A deadbeat dad. Like 18 years old, you keep paying. 21 years
she's-
old while she's going to college. Pay up.
Isn't she 30 though?
30,
It
but
does-
your
he-
child.
You can go backwards, just like Katrina. You can just go backwards.
I'm 30. I grind every day, and it's still hard to stay off the street.
I think
man.
the reason we're answering the question like that
if
is
my
'cause
poppy. Yeah, go ahead.
it's because our kids don't have vices, but we don't know what the situation is with his daughter. His daughter could be the best daughter ever, and he's being a deadbeat dad like everyone thinks.
I don't care if she's a scum-sucking, money-grubbing, whatever.
Thank you, Vito. Thank
if
you.
your kid is on the street and you
Yes.
have $800 million, deal with
Yes.
it.
Thank you.
He gives her 800
I don't
million.
care if she kicks puppies. Like, that, deal with it.
Okay, he
Get her
gives
some help.
He gives
Takes two
her
to make a
money.
kid.
He gives her money. She ODs. Oh no, Dr. Dre.
It doesn't. It still doesn't matter.
No.
She could OD regardless.
Yeah, that's happening.
Rehab and take care of her.
Put her in rehab, exactly.
You don't just give her a handful of money.
You cannot force people to go to rehab.
But once a
Well,
parent,
that's a 50-51.
Look, so hold on. Here's the irony. So
Paper actor.
the reason I bring this up is a lot of people on Twitter are saying, "Fuck no, she's an adult. He doesn't have to pay her at this point. Get a job. What do you do? But why are you in the streets? Why are your kids? They're all calling her. I'm sorry. When a father has 800 million, yeah, you got to figure out a way to take care of your kid, even if your kid's old. And here's where the hypocrisy even goes even further. So I don't know if you guys know this about Dr. Dre, but he's hurt a lot of women in his career. This is like not hyperbole. Like he's had to
No.
apologize.
He's a bad doctor.
Yeah, he's not. a good doctor.
He's not good at it.
Well, here's
really
the problem.
bad.
I don't follow this music, so I don't know.
And
I
you
don't know
like
what
that
it is.
joke.
Come
I don't know
on,
what's
his music's great.
I
That's
did
that's
back
from.
in the day.
But so anyway, what's
Not
really
no more.
funny, this was in 2015. He had to send out this apology for all these women he hurt. Apologize to the women I've hurt, like physically, he hurt them. I deeply regret what I did. I know it was forever impacted all of our lives. His history of violence was drawing attention of the NWA film Straight Outta Compton with Dee Barnes. A lot of women that 25 years ago I was a young man drinking too much and in over my head with no real structure in my life. Sounds like something going on now, right? However, none of that is an excuse for what I did. I've been married for 19 years, and every day I'm working to be a better man for my family, seeking guidance along the way. I'm doing everything I can so I never resemble that man again. So do you get why I'm a little frustrated with Dr. Dre and it's a fucking hypocrisy? Another
I don't buy it.
douchebag?
I don't buy it.
I think this
Yeah.
apology was full of shit, Vito. Yeah, do you agree? Seems
I
like
agree.
a full
I
of
don't
shit
think he cares about
apology.
you can't say you care about your family and you go, oh, by the way, I gave birth to a kid. I ain't taking care of her. She lives on the street. But, I care about my family.
But he didn't say
Well, now
that,
he
though.
laid in bed with her.
That's what he
laid in
says.
bed and made a
By not
baby.
giving her money, he's saying it implicitly. That is
How
the
do we
message
know
I
she
get
didn't get
from that.
money from him?
She
We
just
don't
said
know
it.
that.
She just said
Then
it.
she should get. She should
Okay,
get more.
anything she says, we got to hear his side of the story.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're fair. Thank you. Right. Be curious, not judgmental. Thank you. It's my new motto. But you're right. He's been giving her tons of
Yeah.
money and she's lying to the press to make him look bad.
Sure.
That could be happening, I suppose.
I
There
think
is-
he would immediately come out and correct it. When was this
Yeah.
story? It's
You'd think you
it's
do a
all
press
day old.
release of like, we've been paying our daughter forever. We wish her the well. We've tried our
if you
best.
got checks in
We
the
don't know
mail,
what else to do. Tough
easy to
love at this
prove.
point, or whatever. We've given her money. She doesn't want to accept it. There are way PR moves you could have done.
She'd be on something more expensive than crack, though, surely.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, way more.
She could be on that good
expensive.
stuff.
I'm gonna put a poll out. Should Dr. Dre pay for his adult daughter, who's talking shit about him in the press, mind you?
I'm gonna say this. I don't even think 30 is an adult anymore. We've regressed as a society. Andy, look at me. I'm a giant toddler. I'm surrounded by toys.
Oh.
I wear video game hats. Like, there are no adults left. So if you got money and you got a daughter, help her out. Come on. You're killing me.
I don't know.
You're
When
killing
all
me.
eyes are on Dre, I think he's trying to help. Honestly, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt right now.
No.
Forgot about Dre. Dre forgot about his daughter, and that ain't okay.
Yeah, that is not a G thing, baby.
For a man who's worried about being forgotten while you're leaving her in the dust, okay?
Man, coming with the puns. Wow, look at this. The chat, the poll is already saying no, he should not pay.
My
See?
God, come on.
They're
But if
absolutely
he's paying
not.
for his
No,
other kids?
I don't think he is.
We don't know his side
I
of
don't
the
think he
story.
is.
See,
Yeah, I agree, Lewis. I agree.
I don't think
But-
it should be like a monthly thing, but I do think that he should help set her up so that she can have a decent life for herself.
I agree with that as well, but we don't know
Correct.
if he did, and then she blew that.
Well, maybe. Yeah, but would you give up on your kid that easily? I mean,
We don't know if he
no.
gave up. Maybe it's
No.
tough love. Sometimes you have to teach them
That's
a
what I'm
lesson.
saying in the
No,
beginning.
no.
That if she's a drug addict and maybe he's just, wiping his hands with her, but she's going out now, saying things about him because, she's obviously needs his help financially. So I would probably do the same thing if I wasn't a drug addict and wasn't, needed help. She's got children. But why is she
We don't
having-
know if she has a vice.
You'd at
That's the
least
thing.
take
We
the
don't know.
kids,
If
wouldn't
she's-
you?
Yeah, Lewis got it right there. Having a vice. Sometimes your kids get mad and angry at the parent because you have to sit there and show them what tough love is. What
Right.
if he was showing her tough love and all of a sudden she comes back and goes, "No, I don't want nothing to do with you. You are a bad parent. You grounded me when I wanted to go out with my friends." They get mad. My daughter got mad at me 10, 15
If
years
I have-
later.
Yeah.
This
Took
kid
off with
came
the
back.
grandchildren.
We don't know though. There's two sides of the story, so there's something missing.
Bingo.
I'm sure he did.
Hold
take
on,
care
hold
of
on, hold on. Hey, excuse me. I need to talk to someone in my chat. Hello, Ray. Hello, Ray7. Apparently did not do my homework on the article, so I am a bad journalist. First of all, I'm not a journalist. Never claimed to be. Never claimed to be, for one.
Fair.
If you need to have a journalist, go somewhere else. Go read, a newspaper. This is a YouTube channel. I state my opinions. I try my best to give you the facts. If you're going to be one of those people, the door's over there. Have fun. Thank you so much. I actually did tell everybody that she had paid. They paid until he talked shit in this match. It's also in the poll. So please don't talk shit about me while we're watching. Like, you know better. Because I hate bullshit like that. So, but thank you for watching, and best to you in your life, because you seem like a wonderful person. You must
But
judge
thank you for watching.
a lot of
And,
people, and so welcome
thank
to
you
the
for being a
channel.
fan.
Take a line from Britney. Step on some Legos.
Some Legos. Yes. Anyway,
Right there.
but thanks to whatever her name was, she was 38. Sorry I didn't do the homework. But thank you for helping us and including the conversation and being a positive influence instead of such a negative one. I appreciate your positivity.
Again, unless my kid is like a mass murderer, okay? Like, I cannot imagine going, "Oh, you're on like a little bit of drugs. Well, I'm going to cut you. I have $800 million.
I agree.
Okay, put this in perspective. If you have it's not like Dr. Dre's running out of money. I can't possibly afford. He has all the money in the world. Okay, put her in rehab. When we're also assuming she has a drug problem, which is ridiculous. It feels a
No,
little.
we're saying we don't know his side of the story. That's what we're saying.
What could be his side of the story? Even if it is she's a drug addict.
Oh,
it's still
his side of the
unreasonable.
story could be I gave her $1 million a month and she blew it on her boyfriend.
He didn't give her $1 million a
possibility.
month. If he gave her $1 million a month, she would not be saying he never
See,
did,
I
right?
knew this
She's
would
not
be an
that
interesting
stupid.
conversation. I just knew it. See, it doesn't know. We don't always have to talk about Britney here. There's so much
Well,
cool
let
pop
me
culture
ask you
debate.
something, Vito. How much did he give her?
I don't know.
I say it's $1 million. My
I don't
guess
think
is
he gave her- I don't
Excuse me,
think he
Lewis.
gave her $1 million.
Excuse me, Lewis. Are you not a good journalist? Did you not read the article? Come on, Lewis.
You're telling me that
Jesus.
the only person.
Situation. We don't know. Let's get him on next.
My
Let's get him
God,
on
can
next.
we get Ray on the phone, because Ray apparently is a really good journalist who knows more. So the Zoom link's there, Ray7.
Let's
Please
get her on here and ask her.
come
what-
on, Ray7. Come on in and educate these
All right,
all of these
all right.
journalists. Oh, was that you?
You always
your
get caught
dummy?
up with these rabble rousers. It's
Oh, I
one
love
guy.
it.
You have 800 people watching.
Oh no! Fuck! I always gotta
Let it go,
I
Bob.
learned that from
1,000
Jody.
earlier.
No, it's just fun. It's entertaining.
Pick out people to bicker with.
Anyway, this is an interesting debate, and looks like it's half and half. It's 50%. yes and no right now.
There's
There's way more. I knew this was
what
a
if he
polarizing
gave her
one.
money?
Let me put it another way. Let's assume his daughter is the worst person in the world. Sure. She has 4 kids. Do you think those kids are on drugs? No, they're innocent kids.
Wait a minute. She's homeless and she has 4 kids. That's
Yes.
very responsible.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
that's very.
It doesn't matter how irresponsible it is. Those kids
It's
have done
irresponsible,
nothing
dude.
wrong.
Irresponsible.
Flip a burger.
The pattern is already there. The pattern set.
$15 an hour.
Listen,
Dr. Dre is not going to take care of his grandkids who have done nothing wrong. They're children. I mean, maybe they're adult children at this point, but you feel nothing in your heart that you gave birth into the world and you have your genetic code continuing on.
Living in a car, being homeless is not a recipe to have 4 children.
Well, you don't know that she was homeless when she had the kids, and you also whatever.
How old are the
make
kids,
mistakes.
Vito? How old are the kids, Vito?
Why are you punishing the kids for the mistakes
I don't
of
know.
her
How
mother?
old are the kids? She's almost 40.
Regardless,
correct?
why are you saying she was irresponsible so her children
Why are
should
you saying
suffer?
she's not? I'm trying to say.
Do
what
you
I'm
think
saying
her
is we
children
don't know
should
the other side of
suffer
the story.
because she has too many kids? Is that how you feel?
Well,
depending on the situation, yes, I do think that if you're not financially stable,
Those
you
kids
should-
didn't choose to be born. They didn't
But
come up
it's
with
called
this.
birth control.
They didn't give birth to themselves. Are we having the same conversation? Why are you
How old
punishing
are the
the kids? I don't know, but why are you punishing them because their mother was irresponsible?
Well, we don't even know if they're kids. It could be how old.
Oh
are
my
the
God,
adults?
we have a new show here, guys. Vito, I need you to help me make.
Apparently,
a
we have the show where
you ready?
where
Hold
children
on,
should
I
be
got
punished
I got
because
the
their mom might be
Vito,
on drugs.
I got the
Go
title.
ahead.
Ready, Vito?
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go. So no one steal it. Vito, I need you to help me make the graphic. The Pop Culture War. It's happening right now.
Pop
We're
Culture
gonna
War.
the Pop Culture War. We got to do this. It should,
Popping off with Andy
should
Signore.
Dr. Dre pay his kids? Final argument, Vito. You go ahead.
Look, if you got $800 million and some semblance of a heart, and you got 4 grandkids out there, and their mother says she's struggling, I find no excuse to not reach out and try to do something. Now, if he's giving her money all the time and we don't know about it, fine. But I can't imagine that this woman has blown through $1 million if he's given her that. I don't know what pittance he's given her, but he should help her out.
I agree.
All right.
But-
Yeah, I agree too, and definitely help the grandchildren, regardless.
Of course, they're your
Yeah.
progeny.
Lewis, final thoughts, Lewis?
I think it's an incomplete report. I didn't even know about this. It does state that he did help her, so you guys all agree with him. We don't know what the amount is. We don't know how old the children are. If it makes it sound like they're really young, she's homeless. He maybe does give her money. We don't know. We haven't seen or heard of Dre's side of this story. So I think, yes, as a father, you should help your children, and that's exactly per this report Dr. Dre has done.
Can I ask you one question, Lewis?
You could ask 2, Vito. You're still not going to win.
Don't you think that if you have grandchildren, let's assume they are adults, 18, 22, 25.
Yes.
Don't you want to give them an opportunity to succeed, that you could be proud of them and help them out?
And that's
Like,
exactly
isn't
what
that-
Dr.
even
Dre
if their
did
mother,
here.
Even if their
Per
mother's
this-
done something horrible, you
but
think
isn't
he's
that
helped
what
her
this
out?
article's saying, that he did help her?
But the grandchildren on the street, you got imagine.
I
it's
mean,
your
I'm assuming they're
grandchildren
all
and
with
they
her
are on the
homeless.
street.
She is in a very
Yeah.
expensive rental car. She's not really technically on the street.
Well, okay, they're living in a car.
Her children are with friends. Her children are with friends, and she's
Yeah.
in
She could probably crash on some couches, but yeah, no, it's not in a good place.
No,
We know only
You
one
know,
side of the story.
you know
We need-
she's bad with money if she's literally
Yeah.
renting a 2,300 SUV. Like, come on, girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's not the sharpest tool in the toolbox.
It's clear she's
Get her an
wasting
RV.
money.
Yeah, get her an RV.
We
Dr.
need
Dre
more
can afford it.
information to this situation. We
He's
don't have
probably paying for it.
Right, you could have bought her a Winnebago and be like, "Leave me alone, get a job. I've paid you." Da, 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 da.
This article is telling me that Dre did reach out to her to pay. I don't know where we're getting that he didn't. And it's also
He
one-sided.
paid,
We got
just like journalist Ray Seven said. He paid. He paid up until the beginning of 2020. So He left her in the lurch during the pandemic, which is really fucked up.
Yeah, that's recent, dude.
I know.
Look.
So up until and they said, and I repeated this.
She's bad with money.
It was
she's
because
bad with money.
Yeah,
I want to know how old the kids are. I want to know.
They are.
You
They're
know,
in. They're
are they
like. They're all over.
struggling?
It's like
'Cause
five.
It's not their fault whatsoever.
The kids
they
are
did not.
The kids are like. They. I saw it in another article. I just grabbed one. They're like 5, 10, like 16, and they're varied.
Then go to them individually and get them a college fund and whatever else.
It's a lot of, do you know how expensive college is? Even that $800 million is going to go so fast.
You know how expensive? He has
Do you know how
$800 million.
He's got like 100 kids, dude.
We're talking about her being. Hold on.
Bring it
We're talking
home.
about her being irresponsible with 4 kids as her father is running around.
Oh my God.
Laying everybody in town. Why does he get away with it? Because he's a guy. Not okay.
I
don't
dude,
like it.
deadbeat dads are the worst. He's got 7 kids. 7 kids.
That's $1 million per kid, man.
That's a lot of kids.
He's got 7
Oh, no, he
kids.
has 800
Put him
million.
through
Okay,
college.
that's
A
800
college degree does not cost $1 million.
Vito, how much
But
do we
what did
spend
he-
in the education system in California and no one could read past the 3rd grade level? Doesn't
Put 'em
matter.
in
You can throw
private
$1 zillion
school.
at people.
He put
If they
one
don't
of them
take
in
it, they won't
Harvard.
take it.
One of them apparently went into Harvard. Somebody in the comments made a comment about that he paid her to get into Harvard. If you can pay one to get into Harvard and get an education, why can't you do it to your other ones?
And she's
Right,
doing
but
a
you
very
also
good
have to
math.
be willing to go to Harvard, right?
I
mean,
can't imagine.
Jesus.
I can't imagine being lucky enough to have 4 grandchildren and to tell their mother, I want nothing to do with them and I will not help them out. I can't imagine it.
I can't
And
either.
frankly,
I'm with you.
frankly, it's disgusting to me.
I cannot.
That's the worst person in the world to me.
So we agree with each other, Vito. And per
Yeah.
this report, this article, he did reach out and help her.
Set up a trust. If you're really worried about the mother, you can set up a private trust that she can't touch.
Correct.
In their name.
Yeah, if
And
we
I
can
hope-
put
I-
we can
I
put
hope he
Britney
has
in a
done that.
conservatorship, I'm sure we can create some thing to take care of the grandkids. Like what a scumbag! Yeah, anyway,
You can have
I'm
a
calling
fiduciary
it.
estate.
I'm
Make
calling
an
it.
estate for her and have a fiduciary.
You can have a
that-
blind trust. There's
What's
all
really
sorts of
interesting-
ways to do it.
The first poll was pretty close. It was 52% said yes. Hold on, I have to mute. It's loud. 52% said he should pay. 47% said no. And then I just asked who won the debate, Lewis or Vito, and Vito won. It was up and down. Vito won by 1%.
I'll take the 1. I'll take the 1%.
You won that
Boom.
one. It was a small, shorter poll, but
Roasted.
still, damn, that was close. Yeah, look, there's a lot more. I think Lewis, though, you are right.
Vito has more accounts than I do.
There's
He
I
I don't
has-
have any accounts. What are you talking about? This is
We need to know
nonsense.
more information. I agree. But at the same time,
incomplete.
There's nothing worse to me than a deadbeat dad. I'm sorry,
And
or
that
mom,
UK
or mom.
Daily Mail thing
Take
is
care of your
equivalent
kids.
we got this covered for movie news. just
There's
so
so
you know.
many, and I can't stand it because there's so many. Look, spousal support's a whole separate debate. You know that I don't even want to touch upon that because that's a separate issue. Child support is a non-issue. Get fucking 3 jobs if you got to do it and pay those kids. That is the real thing. It is what it is. If you got luck, you did the deed, did the dirty, you gotta do. You gotta pay for it.
You gotta take care of those
You gotta
kids.
take care of them. It's
Is
bullshit
she
if you
saying
don't.
anywhere in this article that he's not helping out her children?
I'm
Yeah,
making
he's not.
assumptions,
He's
and
not.
I would like
He
him to
doesn't
come.
know. She says
I'm
he
gonna
doesn't
give
know who the
Dr.
grandkids
Dre
are.
a gimme. Yeah, if
He doesn't
Dr.
know.
Dre wants to come out and specify what's going on, I'm gonna give him a chance. But it does sound bad.
Look,
Based
Vito,
on what you read, you got to say it sounds
Vito,
bad.
Andy, could you
Lewis,
Zoom
hold
link
on.
Dr. Dre right now,
Vito
please?
and Lewis. Dr. Dre said nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement.
All right.
Eminem. See, I got it.
All right. Yeah, we got it. that's Eminem,
It's
buddy.
a good seg. All right, I got to get to Grace Randolph. I know you both are here, and there are
All right,
people.
I gotta go. I'm just kidding.
All right.
You ain't going nowhere.
There's
Is Emily still here?
Is Emily? Yes,
she
Emily's still here.
still-
Emily? Yeah, Emily's here too.
Yeah, I'm still
I've got a question for you. You're in Europe. What do you feel about it? Because your culture is different than American culture. I used to live in Europe. How is your feelings with something like that? Because it's completely
You mean for like
way
support like
different
this and
over there.
divorces and stuff?
All of it, the settlements, the money, like
She said
how
he
they're
should be
treating
responsible. Emily, is that what you right? He should be responsible for the kid?
Yeah, entirely. Even into adulthood, especially if you do have the money to provide, provide and make sure that your child's okay regardless of age. I think here in the UK it's really common here for adults well into their 20s and even 30s to still be living at home because of how difficult it is to get onto the property ladder and afford to be able to have your own property. That's not an uncommon thing to happen here at all, although it's not a favourable position to be in. Definitely, especially with things like education, going to university, which I think would be college over in America. That goes on. Obviously, if you go and do something like a master's degree, you're educating yourself until you're 30. So, it's not uncommon at all. And especially with grandchildren and things, being a grandparent here, and I know in the rest of Europe, is really, really important. And it's something that grandparents are a fundamental part of raising children. And I know that within my own family, if the grandchildren need something, that is a priority, regardless if you're penniless or if you've got a lot of money. Those children are coming into the grandparents' home. It wouldn't be a case of we need to think about it. It would just be done.
So basically, after this article, we all could agree Dre did the right thing, because it does say he did help her.
But those grandchildren would come into the family home. It would be like if you're having difficulty, you're coming into the family home. And I think that is the way it would be in the majority of European households, if that's possible. And definitely with grandchildren, it would be a lot more family orientated.
All right, well, that's fascinating. I want to get to Grace because we're running out of time and everyone keeps asking me. But thank you, Emily, for the insight.
We want to talk
about
about Dre.
Forget about Dre.
Have you forgotten about Dre?
Forget about Dre. My God.
Forget about Dre.
All right, this stream was going so smoothly until Vito came. Vito, why? Just kidding.
I don't know. Did I clip? I gotta clip this stream at some point. I either clipped it earlier or I'm gonna clip it now. But if I clipped it now, the members only portion is gonna come soon, or maybe it's all up. I don't know. I forgot to do it earlier. It's a really long video tonight. Maybe I'll just leave it all up.